Hello and welcome. I'm your host, William Lou. You are listening to the Hello and Welcome podcast presented by Betway. I'm joined, as usual, by co-host Alex Wong, and we have a very special guest who needs no introduction, but Alex is going to give an introduction anyway. Alex, take it away, man. Who we
Yeah,
got?
this guy actually does need a introduction. You guys can see his beautiful jawline. You can't see his calves right now, but this is Ras Malai Ujiri,
Mm,
aka Gogurt Bataze,
mm,
aka Paneer Nelson.
mm.
No one on the corner has swagat like us.
Oh my goodness.
Um, Vivek Jacob. What's going on, VMJ?
Oh man, that was fire, man.
Yeah,
How did-
fire as fire
This
as
is like,
the food that we have. Yeah.
yeah, that extra special butter chicken.
Hey, Swagat on King Street, man. Jerome was with us too. It's a great spot for lunch, man. Everybody should check that out.
I can't believe I
Yeah,
missed
for
out on
sure.
this all-time friends hangout where Alex orders extra mild butter chicken and a side of yogurt apparently. Yeah, Jerome, can you or I guess can you guys explain what
The
happened here?
special was spicier than what you would expect from butter chicken.
Guys, it's butter chicken, man.
No. Butter chicken absolutely
spicy
is a
version.
mild one, but it was actually there was spice added to this
I
butter
will give
chicken.
Alex that.
So we will give Alex that. But
Okay.
you're completely fair and like if you hear butter chicken and Alex struggling through it, that sounds insane. He was allowed to struggle through this one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Vivek saved my life though, with the life hack of ordering the yogurt on the side. Like that was
Man.
actually incredible. So, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready for anything now. So, I'm ready for different spice levels, things like that. So.
Wow. Um, is this what we're talking about today, Alex?
Oh,
what we
my
doing
bad, my
today,
bad.
Alex?
Yeah,
Are you-
happy. What's up?
Happy
What?
Friday. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Happy Friday, everybody. We're gonna drop one more classic today. Hopefully, this won't be as long as the other two episodes.
We'll see.
Not trying for a Lord of the Rings trilogy, but gonna do a little playoff six pack, and have V join us too to chat about it. So let's get right into it. First item, Knicks-Pacers with an all-time classic game one at the Garden. Aaron Neesmith, Tyrese Haliburton, crazy bounce, overtime, everything. Yeah, a lot of quick reactions right after saying that this was probably the craziest game that anyone's ever seen. Is this true, V? Is this the craziest playoff game that you've ever watched?
It's definitely the craziest comeback. I think when you look at the circumstances of being down 14 with less than 3 minutes left, I think the only reason I had the game on was because of what the Pacers have done against the Bucks and the Cavs. And I was like, okay, whatever, let's just see what happens. And then Neesmith goes crazy. And I think what was wild to me was for Halliburton, the presence of mind he had to take the jumper, because when he gets past Bridges and Bridges pokes the ball away, he loses his rhythm. And I think so many players in that moment would panic and just throw up a shot. But he recognized, he's like, okay, Mitchell Robinson's in front of me. There's no way I'm going to get anything inside here. So he retreats for the jumper. And then, if his foot isn't on the line, that's a game winner. Knocks down the shot. It's tie game. He does the celebration thinking they've won it. And the cinema was just peaking at that point. And then it was like, okay, please let the Pacers win in overtime so that the celebration can live. And then, yeah, it was crazy. And then shout out to Andrew Nembhard, because he was amazing in the overtime. Like, he knocked down the big three after the Knicks scored the first 4 points and looked like they had like rebounded off going into overtime. Knocks down the big three, gets a couple layups, gets the deflection off Brunson. That was huge. So yeah, it was just, I think that entire stretch was probably one of the craziest things I've seen. The comeback as a whole was definitely the craziest comeback I've seen probably since there was that, what was that, the '08 finals when the Celtics came back against the Lakers.
Oh
When,
yeah. I remember
and,
this. This was
and
at Staples
they were
Center.
down like almost 30.
Yeah, this is when
Yeah, they're like down like
Sasha
26.
Vujacic was like crying on the bench because Ray
Yeah.
Allen made a massive
Wow.
comeback. I was gonna say this is the best comeback I've seen since the Pacers last round, like against the Cavs.
I was gonna say, yeah.
when
like,
they were down 8, or even when they beat the Bucks to clinch that game 5. Because the stats are out there. Those are the 3 craziest comebacks, right? Like no team has come back from those
Yeah.
deficits since the play-by-play era of 97, 98. Will, even before getting your thoughts, I want to know, the Reggie original choking, and of course, Haliburton did the exact same thing. Which one was more impressive to you, and would you classify that as Tyrese Haliburton? Was he aura farming? Or was that just pure aura there? Because it seemed like he was a little bit eager to do that,
No,
he was a
but-
little bit eager.
Okay, but I think what was impressive to me, kind of similar to what V mentioned in terms of like when he turned around and backed out the lane, because he wasn't really gonna, like, it was gonna be a way harder shot for a 2 over Mitchell Robinson rather than stepping back out to the 3. It's like the quickness and the processing of mind. It's like a stage presence. Sometimes you do something crazy, you don't really know what to do, right? Like the fact that he immediately knew the moment that he's in MSG, that he's in the conference finals, that Reggie Miller is on the call because TNT has the Eastern Conference Finals, and to do that celebration as a member of the Pacers, it's like, I don't know, that's like an all-time moment for me, man. Like this is crazier than even like T-Max, like 13 points in like 35 seconds or whatever.
Well,
And
that was like in a random regular season game too.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, like in that game, like, by the way, that final score was like, I think like 82 to like 83 or something. This is entirely different. It's almost a different sport, but no, it's the president's mind to hit it, man. Because again, like at the end of the day, sports is about entertainment, and as much as like the Western Conference has a lot of quality in terms of like the 2 teams are really, really good teams, and OKC probably is going to be the favorite to win the championship from now on, but this is just peak entertainment, man. Like I don't remember being as entertained as I was during that like 15-minute stretch between the last 3 minutes of regulation to the end of overtime. Like I just felt like I was floating as a fan. I didn't even know what to say. I feel like people didn't even have time to react on Twitter or anything. It was just like, it was just too good. And I think like, yeah, Neesmith deserves his flowers, absolutely, for knocking down 6 threes in the span of like 2-3 minutes there. Nemhard, absolutely. But like Obi Toppin making a couple of plays too. Like he got a putback dunk and then he had that cut baseline. Should have been an and one, but that wasn't called. Whatever, that's fine. I thought Pascal also made a couple of really big plays defensively at the rim. The funny thing is, like, when you choke like this, like the way the Knicks have, you can like pinpoint so many moments where you could have gone differently. And the number one moment for me was the game was 123 to 118 with like 35 seconds left. The Knicks inbound to Jalen Brunson wide open in the paint. And with 22 seconds left, instead of holding on to the ball and keeping it, he decides to make an extra pass to OG under the basket. And granted, it was a 2-on-1 because Pascal was guarding the rim, and there was only one guy between Brunson and OG, and it was Pascal. But you just hold the ball in that situation. You try to eat as much clock and get to the foul line. Instead, he made that extra pass to OG. OG fumbled it, and then Pascal like tipped it and blocked him. Upon review, that was overturned, which, by the way, Rick Carlisle with 2 incredible challenges down the stretch, too. Because, again, if you don't get any of these plays, or if you just miss one of these plays, the game's over and the Knicks win. But that's the thing with the Pacers. Like, everybody steps up and contributes. Like, there's so many threats. I thought in the overtime, the Knicks look shook because, like, who are you supposed to guard? Is it Pascal, the leading scorer? Is it Haliburton, who just hit the craziest shot? Is it going to be Nemhard cutting behind the basket? Is it Neesmith, who's knocked down 6 threes? Or is it Obi Toppin, who's also like an athletic freak going to the basket? Like, meanwhile, on the other side, you know where it's going to, right? You know it's going to Jalen Brunson, and if nothing really works out, maybe Cat gets a chance at it. But everyone else you're okay with. Like, that's, I think, the difference, man. The Pacers have played like a team all season, and it shows up in the biggest moments, and it's really impressive.
Also, just quickly on like aura farming, there is a swagger
Okay.
in Haliburton, like coming into this series saying like, I'm gonna have another big moment, and when that moment comes, this is what I'm gonna do. Like, this guy is coming into the series was 10 for 11 on all these game tying and shots to take the lead, which is absolutely insane. So his confidence is just through the roof. So the fact that he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna do this again. I'm gonna have a big moment, and it's at MSG. Reggie Miller's on the call, and I'm gonna do this when I hit that shot. Like that is insane swag.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's another star player whose stock has gone up like this in the playoffs. Because, like, we know what Haliburton's capable of, but even last season, whether it was injuries or whatever, he was not the same player in the second half. And for him to be doing all this right now, like, I think he's got to be number one in terms of, like, just raising the stock of, like, an individual player.
But this is also just what he is. Remember when they knocked out the Bucks in the in-season tournament? I guess not this year, but last year. He hit the Dame time on Damian Lillard. Like, this is just who he is. Like, I guess we don't know enough about him because he hasn't had as many, like, huge moments. But every time he gets a chance, he's talking shit too. Like, it's I mean, it's bad when, like, you're actually, you're a great player when people start coming out with, like, crazy agendas against you. Like, my timeline has just been Knicks fans calling him, I mean, things that you can't even say publicly, honestly.
I froze for a second there, Will.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to note
say
in
it.
here, I'm going to invoke the spirit of friend of the show, Ennis Esmer, and encourage Will to watch the 30 for 30 winning time documentary on Reggie Miller, because both you and Vivek had used the phrase "the presence of mind" in talking about Haliburton's play, and there is like a very specific sequence in reference to Reggie Miller's, not his choking taunt, but when he scores 8 points in 9 seconds, where it's essentially the same play minus the fact that Reggie's foot isn't on the line. But for the second three that he does, he catches a bad inbound. Anthony Mason tosses it in. Greg Anthony gets pushed over by Reggie, and Reggie catches it inside. And instead of, they're down 3, instead of shooting right away, he dribbles back outside and does a turnaround 3. Which, when I watched it during this game, I was like, is Tyrese trying to do, like, multiple Reggie moments in a single moment right now? Because that would be insane in itself. I feel like had he actually gotten out for the 3, I think he probably would have said he tried to do that as well or mention it as a reference. But in that way, there is a very fun sequence in it where, from the various interviews that they have with different people, coaches, players, they all say the same phrase when talking about Reggie, and they play it in sequence, and you just watch a bunch of people go, the presence of mind, the presence of mind, the presence of mind, the presence of mind. And I mean, you guys know Reggie is my 90s player, my favorite player. I bought a jersey on eBay just like a week ago that I'm hoping to get soon enough. I don't know if I'll have it when the Pacers are still in the playoffs, but I'll have it for the summer, so I'll be happy about that. But I think it's about time to start watching this. I'm sure Ennis, if he's listening right now, is happy to hear this.
But that's what separates the greats, though. Like, you know what I mean? That instinct to, like, know what to do at all times. Like, that's, to me, like, the pressure of the moment, the pressure of the game. Like, the fact that he's the one thinking the quickest, I think, is such a huge advantage. You see it in sports all the time. And we had a guy like, well, not to this level in terms of ability, with all due respect to Kyle, but, like, it was like when you have one of these, like, sporting geniuses who, like, their mind works faster than everyone else, like, it's a true advantage, especially in these crunch time moments. So
Yeah,
Hallie had like every moment, right? Like he had the Reggie, he had the KD foot on the line, he had the Kawhi bounce. Like it was all.
You know what? He might have been aura farming, man.
You know what? That whole possession was a farm, man. It was crazy, and it's insane. You like obviously see all these like reaction videos after the fact.
Yeah.
And I think they were having like a watch party at like I guess like Radio City like Music Hall or whatever.
Okay.
So it's like they're blasting the audio from TNT. And it's like, oh, the ball bounces up. Obviously, the Knicks fans, you start cheering because you think that's a miss. And then it drops. And then the funniest thing is, it's like opera theater type sound, and it's just Reggie cackling all through the theater. It's just Reggie going. It's so funny, man.
No, they got the Kawhi laugh in there now too.
Yo, I did see some people. I did some immediate people with the immediate reactions of like, oh, that's crazier than the Kawhi 4 bounce. Like,
hey,
guys,
guys,
calm down.
Let's-
First of all,
let's
that's
calm
a series. That's a series clincher. Okay,
That's the one and only game-winning,
Yeah.
buzzer-beating, Game 7 deciding shot ever.
Yeah, like
there's no other.
I will
that's
say,
one and one.
from an aesthetic standpoint, this bounce was prettier. Impact,
What are we
not as
talking
much.
about?
Yo,
What?
this bounce is insane. It bounces up in the air. On certain angles, it like disappears from the shot and then it drops in. That's
It
a
went like over
crazy
7 feet
bounce.
up.
Yeah, you got to get like for the bounce alone, aesthetics alone,
Bro,
like that's a crazy bounce.
you got to remember the Kawhi shot hit on the outside of the rim.
Yeah, but the Kawhi shot just did a little 4 cute little bounces, you know? Like this one went all the way up.
Kawhi shot, no, the Kawhi shot out mogged.
Oh my God, no.
Haliburton shot.
No,
I won't hear anything else, man. No way.
Kawhi's 4 bounce was a fake demon, man. So, anyways.
Look at you learning terms.
Yeah, I'm learning one at a time. Anyways, there was some talk too. Everyone was like, "Oh man, I wish John Haliburton was there, Tyrese's dad, to like celebrate this moment." And we actually have a video of where John Haliburton was when this happened. So.
Wow.
So for the for the visual for the podcast listeners, I guess he's at some kind of Indiana bar just celebrating with multiple jerseys. So
There's
this
a camera crew there though.
This has he's also aura farming.
No, he's aura farming harder than his son. No way.
The whole family.
He's doing the choke too.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. Dads who aura farm off their sons really lame. I'm sorry, man.
So
you gotta let that go.
My question for you guys is, I believe John Haliburton is like suspended like indefinitely from the arena right now. And there's like a slight push of like, come on, like he's learned his lesson, which I'm like, what the hell? It's been like 2 weeks and Giannis almost knocked him out. But there's been a push of like, man, like Pacers are making such a great run. Let him back in the arena. Should we lift the John Haliburton suspension from the arena?
No, because like the intention of the intention of the punishment when it was handed out was to make sure no one even thinks about doing something like that again, right? And I think if you remove it within a few games, then you might have people thinking like, oh, I'll take a couple games to do this, So I think the punishment has to be significant enough where other people look at it and say flat out like, it is absolutely not worth it to do this.
Yeah, I just like the thing is the Pacers are playing such dramatic games that I can't expect anyone to contain their reasonable reactions to these things. And I think John, man, what if you just put him in a box? Like, don't put him courtside. What if you put him in a suite? That's fine, right? Like
he
can't
might fly down in a parachute.
You should stage dive into the thing. He's like,
yeah. So we're saying keep John Haliburton just at the bar. Like he's not allowed to show up for games 3 and 4.
I've never cared about John Haliburton, and I still don't. But I'm happy for John, man. I'm happy for John, John and his wife.
Yeah.
For having Tyrese.
So I wanted to ask you guys too. Was that the best playoff game of the 2020s, like of this decade? Like just an individual playoff game. Also, what do they call the 2020s? Because the 2000s are the aughts. These are tweens.
Well, it's not the Roaring 20s. It's
yeah. Was this the best? Was this the best game of the tweens?
The Tween Tweens is crazy.
That's what we're calling it.
Very, very biased, but I'm going to go with Game 6 of 2020 Raptors versus Celtics, the double overtime game.
In the bubble with Microsoft Office fans?
That was, okay, obviously the
man.
atmosphere wasn't the same. We understand. It was played in a Zoom call.
That's like 50% of it. You can't.
Bro, that game was crazy. I just remember, obviously as a Raptor fan, I'm so invested. The Raptors are on the verge of elimination. This is a defending champion team. This is one of the most, if not number one, number two, most beloved Raptors teams of all times, and against a hated Celtics team too, man. Daniel Tice, Marcus Smart. I want to say a huge fuck you to both of you just for being Celtics. And watching that game and the double overtime ending with Kyle Lowry hitting that turnaround jumper over Kemba Walker and then hitting the floor like a fish. And Mark Jackson being like, turn around, spin move, swim. I was like, what? Never heard the word swim ever used on a game winner. But that game was I mean, it's not as good as this one, but that's the only one that it even like remotely stood out for me.
No, I am rejecting that one just on the basis of the
What?
of the fake fans of the non. Like there was no atmosphere.
Oh, come on, man.
No,
the
there was-
little Wii Sports audience went wild with
There
that
was
one.
no, there was no atmosphere. Vivek, do you have any nominees? By the way, the 2020s are just referred to as the 20s.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, Google it.
The ones that I would put up there, I do think that Game 6 is up there between the Celtics and Raptors, but I would say Bucks Celtics Game 7 with the KD foot on the line. Like there were so many big shots. Then it goes
the
to
Bucks Nets, you
overtime.
mean? Yeah, the Bucks Nets.
Bucks
game.
Nets.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Bucks Nets.
that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I think that was a real classic. I think Bucks Suns Game 6 where Giannis has the 50 piece. That was a crazy game. And then just the way it all ended with the Drew alley-oop to Giannis to like close it out was just insane. I do think Heat Celtics Game 6
Ooh, that's a good
in the
one.
East Finals where
Is that the Derek
that's the
White
one
at
where the
buzzer?
Celtics, yeah, Derek White at the buzzer to tie the series at 3 after trailing 0-3 and force Game 7. I think that was another just insane game. And then another one that just like is in my core memory is, and maybe it gets docked a few points because it was just the first round, is 2021 Clippers Mavs Game 6 where Kawhi had 45
Yeah.
and like was just insane in closing that game out, and it was a crazy game too. So those are the ones that come to mind for me. And yeah, if we're thinking back to the bubble, I think Jamal versus Mitchell that first round, like that was the closest thing we've seen to AI versus Vince, right? Like just going back and forth with like 50-point games.
Yo, when players have nothing to do but ball and go back to the hotel, games
they
get
would,
good, man.
They would literally just meet at the pool after and just like
So?
hang out. No,
Low
I'm
key, I'm pro the NBA bringing the bubble back, man.
Well,
Bubble's
let's
kind
hope,
of fire.
Let's
Oh,
hope that
God.
let's hope that never happens.
Pascal
again.
is not.
Pascal was like, look what happened, man.
Oh,
I
my
escaped the bubble. I made another conference finals.
Oh my god,
Another 2.
man! What's up, Jerome?
Do the Olympics gold medal men's game count?
Yeah, no, I think we should do that one. I mean, the Serbia one was a great game too.
Right.
If I were to pick,
Yeah.
I think it's the Serbia one in the sense.
Sure.
Serbia,
sure,
US
sure. But a
was
couple of
sad.
those
Right.
Olympics men's games, especially just getting to see LeBron, KD, and Steph together. I
Yeah.
think those are really good
Yeah, it would be
moments.
the Serbia game for sure.
The Serbia
for me.
game also has the comeback factor too, but it was over the course of the whole quarter rather than like this one, which was like just 3 minutes. Also, I guess like, I mean, it's Team USA, so this is understandable. But the fact that Haliburton was just like a cheerleader for that team the whole time, like the embarrassment of riches, man. God damn.
Yeah, no, that is pretty. Yeah, that's
Just
pretty
him and
crazy
Tatum
to
on the
think
bench handing Bam a Gatorade.
about. I think the thing about this game is just that like it was like almost felt like 3 different games. Like it's like the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
3 quarters, they were just trading punches, right? Like there was no defense. Like everybody was just scoring, like back and forth. And then you had the second part of it in the fourth quarter. Like Brunson gets his 5th foul, and then the Knicks go on this like 12-0 run, with OG, and Cat, my zesty man, going crazy. And then you have the Neesmith come back there at the end. You have Haliburton, and then you have the OT as well. It was like this game was never boring. Whereas
Yeah.
some of these other games, you could pick at parts of it of being like, okay, slow down a little bit, great ending, things like that. So this one's all time, man. Pretty crazy.
Wait, is it better than this though? Come on, man. Look at
man,
these
I don't-
names, bro.
I can't even
Pulled
see
it
it,
up.
but is this
Look
the
at
game
these minutes,
6?
man. Yo, Pascal playing 54 minutes and 14 seconds. Kyle Lowry playing 53 minutes and 28 seconds. By the way, this is one of Kyle's greatest games of all time.
Typical Nick Nurse game on a Tuesday, to be honest.
Oh, Nick Nurse was in his. Yo, remember Nick Nurse was like disguising himself as a Celtic? They were like, remember like Jason Tatum passed Nick Nurse on the sideline? And they were complaining. They were like, yo, Nick looks too much like a Celtic. I'm like, yo, this guy's wearing red.
Yo, it's like, I'll see you back at Disney Resorts tonight, bro.
Yeah, you want to meet me?
Shout
man?
out Matt Thomas, 6 minutes.
Yo, that's your boy, Matt Thomas, MT, man.
Yo, I once
2
again
points.
let people know, man. Matt Thomas is the only player in Raptors history to shoot 100% from 3 in a game 7. Yeah.
Wow.
So
He is
you can
1
look
for
that
1.
up. Yeah, you can look that up.
Yeah.
All right. So on Betway tonight, the Pacers and Knicks go at it in game 2, and the Pacers are 2-1 to steal another one at the Garden. Let's start with you, Vivek. Do you think the Pacers can go home up 2-0?
I think they can. I think this team is just like locked in. They're very confident. I think when I look at the teams outside of OKC, the Pacers have the most variety in terms of how they can play. Like obviously they have a very definitive offensive style, but in terms of the lineups that they can put out there, in terms of the depth and different guys that they can go to, like we just saw Neesmith go off, but you know, on this night it might be Mathurin, it might be someone else, and so I think that ability to just get different contributions from different guys makes them such a threat in every single game. Whereas, you know, obviously with the Knicks, you're depending on Brunson and Cat heavy. But again, like what Haliburton said after game one, where they're just like, they kind of know that they're deeper and they know that they can just keep pushing the pace and wear the Knicks down. Like, I think they feel very confident about being able to do that. And even if they don't win game two, like, I expect them to do that over the course of the series and get the job done.
My question is, how much do the Knicks have to be up for them to like feel relatively comfortable? Like,
Man,
do they need to be up 20 with 2 minutes?
Yeah, I think it got to be maybe 30, man. Yeah. I think they might got to be up 30. Also, yeah, it's tough too. Like, yeah, we didn't even talk about just like the free throws, right? Like, I think Cat missed but OG, of course. At the end there.
OG.
Ooh, you could tell he was. I don't know. You could tell the nerves too. I don't know if I'm like projecting, you know, body language doctor Bill Simmons, but like, man, it looked like he was gonna miss one of those two. But
I mean, I saw the 9-10 playing series between Raptors and the Bulls. You know,
man,
OG missed a couple big ones in that one too. You know.
Yeah. Also, every time I watch the Knicks, I'm like, damn, you really gave up 5 picks for Bridges, man. Like,
yeah.
Because he's just there, and no one ever talks about him. Like, even you talk about game 2, no one's like, yo, they need 25 from Bridges tonight, because, you know, you're not getting it.
Well, yeah, he's there. He's healthy. You know, he's available. His number one ability is availability.
He might be the next Tobias Harris right now, man. Like, some games you don't even notice him. It's insane. Yeah.
I think all hell's gonna break loose if, like, imagine the panic in New York City, man. It's gonna look like Gotham if they lose game 2 as well. Like, they need game 2.
They'll be
I
fine,
actually
man.
think the Knicks take this one. Look, the Knicks obviously can establish leads and they can score pretty easily on the Pacers. I was really impressed with what Cat did. I mean, he thoroughly dominated that Miles Turner matchup because Turner came out the first like 2-3 minutes and was like, bro, the Pacers came out and they knocked out like 9 for 9 from the field. I was like, what is going on? But the Knicks are right there, man. Offensively, I think they can hang with them, and I think with how desperate it is, I do think that the series goes 1-1. Selfishly, I won 7 games of this series, man. This is just too good. I don't want to go down 2-0 already, with the chance for John Haliburton to be freed.
Yeah, free John, man. All right, so Pacers 2-1. If you like them to win tonight, make sure you hit the QR code below. Check out all your basketball betting needs on Betway. All right, that was item number 1.
Is this our chat? Wait, Jerome,
Yeah.
who said this?
This was our chat. This was me texting you guys right before.
God damn.
I was like,
That's
OG's
hilarious.
gonna miss one at least, and then he bricked it right
Look,
after.
The funny thing is, all these guys are getting their national spotlights because obviously they're playing on different teams. They're in America. They're obviously playing deep into the playoffs. But as Raptor fans, like, you know some truths about them that other people haven't fully found out yet. Like when OG tried to take it off the dribble against Pascal, I'm like, that's not gonna work, man.
Yeah,
That is not gonna work.
Pascal knows what's up, man.
And when there's a chance where Pascal had an open 3 in overtime and he swung that ball so fast, I'm like, he didn't want to take that shot. Like, as Raptor, we just know too much about these guys. That's all.
No,
but I'm rooting for all of them, of course.
My favorite former Raptor in this series is Campaign, man. Come on, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
my
DeLon
guy.
Wright? DeLon Wright just pops up once in a while?
I was like, yo, what's a polar bear? Yo, Reggie Miller freaked out so much, called him Darrell Wright, man. It was crazy.
That's
Also,
tough,
like,
man.
I love Reggie, but, like, whenever he gets to the late game close situations, he's always bugging out to, like, Kevin Harlan, being like, yo, would you foul right here? No, he's always bugging out. He's like, would you miss the second free throw on purpose right now? Like, there's, like, 12 seconds left. Pacers are, like, shooting 2 free throws down 3. He's like, should we miss the second one on purpose? Like, yo, he's done this for years.
The
And
presence
this
of mind, man.
This is why Reggie's never going to get a head coaching job, man. His late game thoughts are insane. Yeah. No, there's like 18 seconds left. He's like, Yo, you think Tyrese should miss the second one on purpose? And it's like, no, dog. What are you
Oh,
talking
man.
about? Yeah. Anyways, I
If we
kind of
could
like
have
Reggie.
got like Bucks Jason Kidd or like Nets Jason Kidd coach, going up against Reggie Miller, that would have been a classic.
Oh my god. All right, that's first item from the six pack. So we're on pace for a 3-hour pod.
Let's go.
Next up, this is sticking with the Knicks here. So New York Mayor Eric Adams announced before the start of the conference finals that the city of New York would be temporarily co-naming streets after Knicks players. So as Jerome has it up here, we have a bunch of these places, like PJ Tucker. Does PJ Tucker have a circle? Is this PJ Tucker's circle?
Guys, okay, Alex, I know your screen's too small to read.
Yeah,
so I got
I'm pulling
you,
it
okay?
up right now.
We got Precious Achua Place. This is on 6th Ave and West Washington Place.
Mm-hmm.
We got OG Ananobi Alley, Mikal Bridges Block.
Yeah,
Jalen
plus you 5
Brunson-
picks to get in. Yep.
Oh man, that's tough. Jalen Brunson Boulevard. That's like their 40. What is it? 407.
Oh my
you
god.
got to pay a toll to get on
Oh
that thing.
man.
One of my favorites.
Yo, hold
Pacome-
on. I got this one.
You got
one.
this? Okay, go ahead.
Pacome Dadiet. Did I pronounce that right?
No, man.
Oh my God.
Okay. You go ahead. Yeah.
Pacome Daddy
Okay.
Drive.
Okay.
Who's your daddy?
Who's your
Is
daddy?
your daddy?
Josh Hart Street. That one kills me. It's just a street. They gave all these fancy things
Yo.
like Boulevard, Alley, Block. They're like street. Josh
Oh
Hart
my
Street.
god.
Ariel Huckporty Street.
There's no way, man. They might as well just give one to Ariel Harwani, man.
Yo, you're not even the most famous Ariel H. That's crazy. Tyler Kolick Lane, Miles McBride Street, Campaign Place, which
That street sign is sideways, man.
yeah, it's one of those. It's like Davenport. It just goes like this across. It's the hypotenuse. We got
All the cars have their chairs facing the other way.
Mitchell Robinson Road,
Yeah.
Landry Shaman.
Oh,
Circle.
my favorite, man. My favorite. Yeah, meet me at Landry Shamit's Circle, man. What
It's
if we
going
kissed
down.
at Landry Shamit's Circle?
Someone's doing that right now on 7th Ave and West 44th. Carl Anthony Towns Square, PJ Tucker Terrence, and DeLon Wright Circle.
Incredible.
Incredible stuff, man.
Incredible. Well, first point here is like, you fucking Toronto Maple Leafs. If you had won that Game 7, we probably would have named some streets
Oh.
after you guys. Like, we would have probably done this, copied Mayor, Eric Adams. We would have been walking up Matthew Nye's Circle right now to get to, Omar Glexon. I don't even know that guy's name.
Who?
OEL Crescent.
Oliver Ekman Larson.
Yeah. It's like, I called him Omar Larkson.
Yo, what? You gave him a whole new ethnicity, man. Oliver Ekman Larson became Omar Little.
Omar.
Omar's coming.
First question for you guys. Is this a little too much for advancing past the second
man.
round? To be naming V? Is this like a little
Guys.
too much? Or do you think it's cool to celebrate like this?
Guys, you know who did this? It's Mayor Eric Adams, bro. This guy's not a
Why,
serious person.
does he have skeletons in his closet? I haven't
No, it's
followed
not
the
that.
news in the
This guy's
last
just-
3 years. Yeah.
He's just always outside. Like I mean, obviously I miss Deezus and Merrill. Everyone misses Deezus and Merrill. If there's one person that needed Deezus and Merrill to be around for, is Eric Adams, bro. This guy is just constantly outside. I haven't heard this much about a mayor since Rob Ford. I'm not kidding. Usually you don't hear about a city's mayor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but you hear about Eric Adams, man. He just always does extra stuff, man.
Yo, V, is this too much, or you think it's cool? It's cool to celebrate.
It's too much, man. Like, make the finals at least.
Landry Shaman circles too much.
Like, at least win the East.
Right.
You know,
right.
like
Okay.
have something that you can actually put a banner up for,
Yeah.
and then you can be like, all right,
Okay, I
But-
like that. Well, one of the ideas.
now you're gonna go down to a choke sign and you're gonna say you had street signs up.
Oh wow!
Oh man,
This
the
guy
road
says
was
street,
blocked.
this guy says street lights over spotlights, street signs over gang signs. Holy!
Oh, that's for Omar. That's a little, man. Whatever you said, man. That was crazy.
Omar
Why'd you do
Larson.
that, man?
was insane.
Why did you remix Oliver Ekman Larson?
Anyways, this is an idea I floated around for a while now, after the Raptors won their championship, was like, oh, we should have like statues around the city,
Okay.
or like find a way to honor the players. So I want to ask you guys. I mean, you guys can give me specific intersections or just maybe lame landmarks. Like if the Raptors would have done the same for the 2019 team, I'm gonna give you guys some of the players. You let me know where their intersections or landmarks should have been. Like where should Kawhi be celebrated in Toronto?
I mean, I look, V. Tell me if you disagree with this, but I feel like you should put Kawhi like in City Hall, like beside that Toronto sign, like a really prominent gathering place where even tourists would go there to take photos. In fact,
Yeah, I mean
feel
that's
like
where
that
the
should already
parade
be
was
there.
too, right? So that's like that makes
Yeah,
sense
yeah.
too, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. No, I was thinking something like that. I was thinking even like right by the CN Tower, like
Wow.
that's where a lot of people get around, and I think that would be cool. Yeah, I was thinking along the same lines. I will say, you know, you would have done it for sure at the time. Now, out of pettiness, I'd be like, no, you left. You don't get a street.
Wow, Kawhi's your Vince?
Wow.
Kawhi's your Vince Carter or what? I didn't know you had this hate flowing through your blood, man.
It's not hate, but I mean, like we give Kawhi a pass because he's so quiet, but realistically, that's from a basketball perspective, that's one of the worst free agent decisions we've ever seen. Like, look at how that's played out with the Clippers.
Yeah, no,
And,
you're right, man.
And
Yeah.
you think about what his legacy could have been if he repeats. Like, who knows, right?
Yeah, streets are saying the Clippers did build a championship team, but for the Thunder. Yeah.
Ooh, we're about to find out, man. I mean, in that context, we should rename the QEW for Kawhi then, because you're leaving the city.
How
go.
about Kyle? Where are we celebrating Kyle?
Kyle should be outside
got-
of Scotiabank. Like he should literally be in that square, like Legends Row. There should be Kyle Lowry and then just like 15 different Maple Leafs.
Yeah, I got like York in front because that's where a lot of people come together. Kyle brings people together. You got bumper to bumper traffic. You can't talk about Kyle without the bumper.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god! Right now our celebration's like one block. Pascal,
Yeah, Pascal.
you gotta put him on Spadina somewhere because he couldn't pronounce it.
No, well, that's actually good. I was gonna put Serge on Spadina because Serge was putting himself on Spadina all the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta put.
Serge got to be right by
Roll
Rolsan.
Yeah, we're putting him right against Spadina and Dundas, man.
You know, Serge.
gonna be Kaiway
Serge made sure
and
that
Kawhi's way.
Serge made sure that every person who's never been to dim sum only goes to Rolson for dim sum now in Toronto. Yeah.
You know what? He brought us to dim sum in Rosan, man. We went to Rosan to celebrate, man.
I'm just saying, man. There's more to the city than Rolson, but it's fine.
Wow.
Okay, that's where we're putting Serge. Yeah. What about Pascal?
Pascal's like
Kind
young.
of like a Scarborough man. So, like,
Wow. Okay.
Oh, I like that. Yeah,
Putting
we should-
Pascal on
yeah, yeah.
STC is
Put
crazy.
him like,
let's put him outside the Jack
like
Astor's,
Morningside in Kingston.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What? That's crazy. He's so far out, man.
Oh man. Marc Gasol. I think we should put him outside the Queen and Spadina McDonald's because I saw him order McDonald's once post game
Wow.
after a Raptors game. So Queen and Spadina.
Confirming the reports
McDonald's.
from your former
Oh come on,
sources.
man. How about Fred?
I was gonna say for Norm, put him on Jane and Finch so you understand the grind.
Wow.
Wow.
That's kind of fire, man.
Damn, I
Why are
love
we
when
just
my-
bandaging the bench bomb everywhere except
love
for
when-
downtown?
I love when my guests prepare. Yeah. What about Fred?
Fred's all about the bag, so I feel like you got to put him like somewhere in their financial district.
Nah, put him at
put
the
him between
Woodbine
those TD
Casino,
towers.
man. Woodbine Casino, man.
Ooh, what
Yeah.
about that little C&E casino they're trying to pull up, man?
Oh my god! Wait, are they building a new one?
Yo, chill, relax. You sound too excited.
Yo, man.
Yo, walking distance casino is a problem. Man. Holy. And finally, Jeremy Lin.
Oh, I mean, come on.
Because it's Asian Heritage Month, so let's not do any stereotypes here. But
Highway
we're gonna
7.
put him at Pacific Mall. Yeah.
He's at Highway 7, man. Put him outside the city rages, man.
Yo,
Oh, man.
how did we have a Chinese guy on the team, but then it was Sergi Baca who made dim sum
got-
famous, man?
Yeah, that's,
That ain't right,
no,
man.
Serge was just different back then, man. Serge was very, very different back then. But
That ain't right, man.
yeah.
So, anyways, we should do something at some point as an organization to honor this entire team. But
I'm telling you that 2019 team, the longer time goes on, the more fondly we'll actually look back at it. And I actually think that for like there should be a Legends row, but for just that 2019 team.
yeah, and again, my apologies.
Yeah.
This was Danny Green erasure again.
Oh, Danny Green, right? Oh, Danny Green, we're putting him at the Yahoo offices, man. Spadina
Okay,
King, baby.
yeah. We'll slap him up right next to the new Jose Bautista mural, man.
I was gonna say, you want to put him where EFS used to be?
Oh my god. All right.
We might know too much about people.
Topic number 3. The OKC Thunder cruising to a 2-0 lead in the Western Conference Finals. I was out busy at a Cypress Hill concert, so how was Game 2?
I was hooping, so.
Oh, okay.
Vivek, you might have been. I watched the highlights. I watched the last
Then you
couple
brought
minutes.
me in.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 38. Thunder Big 3 all stepped up. Julius Randle has been struggling. Is the series over?
I mean, the series is over in the sense that I don't see a path for the Wolves to win it. Do I think they can, maybe pull one out at home? Sure. But I do think that the scary part of this is, watching that game, the first half, the Thunder shot 4 for 20 from 3, and we're still up 8. And it genuinely felt like the Wolves were playing better. There was a better process offensively. Ant was attacking the basket. Like, they were doing things better, and it just didn't matter. I think that Thunder defense is so good. And then Shai is getting whatever he wants. And if Jalen Williams is going to keep playing like this, then I just can't see a path for the Wolves back in this series.
Yeah, no, the Thunder, the conversation coming in was like, oh, the Thunder had, gotten their biggest challenge from Denver. And I didn't really agree with that because I thought the Wolves were going to give them a run. But, man, it does feel like the Thunder are just getting better as the playoffs are going on, and they really needed to get through that second round hurdle. And now you see them just going at full strength, like the way they just blitz teams and make these runs. Like, yeah, I can't help but be impressed. I think their overall record's got to be like 76-19 now or something like that.
Wow.
If people are keeping count, So, yeah, it does feel like these playoffs are kind of over in terms of who's going to win the title.
No,
do you
guys. What are you
think?
talking about, man? It's only been 3 games of the conference finals. Like, we've seen things flip all the time.
Well, it's crazy because I was thinking about this, and this is credit to the Raptors because, I don't think the Wolves are coming back from this. But the 2019 Raptors were literally facing this scenario.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Down
yeah.
2-0. The Bucks were 73-21 at the time, historical point differential. It actually, in retrospect, makes the comeback for the Raptors that much more impressive.
Dude, the Bucks were 10-1 in the playoffs by the time the Raptors won
Yeah.
their first game in Game 3 in
Yeah.
that series, and of course the Raptors won 4 straight for the reverse sweep. But that, I just wouldn't rule anything out. I would say though for OKC, that Denver series might have been the best thing that happened to them because they had heartbreaks, man. They shouldn't have lost Game 1 because they played really weird down the stretch, and then of course Mark Daigneault with the fouling up 3, which kind of really backfired.
Yo, I wish Jokic would have walked up to Daigneault and done the choke.
No, he should have hit the Al Horford T on him, man.
Yo, that would have been amazing.
Unfortunately, Jokic does not celebrate basketball in the same way. But I think you needed to go on the road and win some key games. You needed to sort of even fall behind in the series and sort of claw your way out against a team that really that you're better than. That but at the same time, these veteran teams can really frustrate you. And I feel like it took them up a level by having to survive that. And I think now when you watch them play against the Wolves, the Wolves don't have the same composure as even the Nuggets did, and I think that they don't, for me, they still need to find their coherent game plan in terms of where they're going to attack. Defensively, this is an all-time defense. I think one of the things that's interesting is OKC doesn't even shoot a great percentage every game, but they win possession battle because they always steal the ball. They rebound, and it's a fast break every single time. And it's just so hard to cope with that, especially wave after wave of these players. And then, of course, the difference here is I thought Shai struggled at certain moments, even in the first 2 rounds, where he had some games where he didn't shoot the ball well. And I guess in game 1 he didn't shoot the ball well, but he got to the free throw line a lot. This one was just like he's hitting his shots, he's hitting like mid-range fadeaways. I honestly thought that like McDaniels, maybe even Nikhil, these guys are like the long, lanky guys can maybe do something against Shai. I mean, Shai's just taking it to another level, man. And I feel like one thing that's really underrated is Gobert does a great job of like helping protecting the rim. Shai's like, I don't care. I'm just gonna shoot mid-range fadeaways. You're not even in the picture. I don't even see you. You know what I mean? And for him to so thoroughly win those one-on-one matchups, it's like, yeah, they got to do a better job. And I know that teams have done a lot of zoning against Shai, but I think maybe at certain points, like you might just need the hard trap and get the ball out of his hands. Like I might have to live with 4-on-3 everywhere else, because like you can't cope with him. And I think Minnesota is finding out the hard way that not only is he scoring, but he's also fouling guys out. And I don't care if people say that he's a grifter or whatever. He's beating guys 90% of the time. It's crazy. I don't see anybody ever staying in front of him. And when you're behind, you're usually fouling to get back into play. So, I'm not even trying to hear all this, like, he's a flopper or whatever. Like, you got to play defense better because he's beating you every time.
Yeah, he's a flopper. V, do you, like, if you look at this Wolves team too, like, big picture, like, what do you see, like, changes that they should or need to make, you think, like, going into, like, next season? Or do you like kind of the roster as they have right now?
I think, I like their roster. I do think they just are maybe lacking a stronger playmaker. Like, I think when you look at even the last game, like Conley was a plus 15, and then everyone else is super negative. Like, they don't have like that real playmaking to just kind of shepherd them through difficult moments, that type of thing. So, and there's only so much Conley can do at this age, right? So I think that's probably the one area I would look to address in the summer as an upgrade. And I think, Nikhil will continue to get better. I think Naz Reid is probably one of the best role players in the league right now. And you expect him to play better at home. So I don't think there's too much. You don't want to overreact because they've obviously done some good things. At the same time, I will say, I do think the Warriors with a healthy Steph Curry would have beat them. And I would have been very interested to watch the Thunder go up against another team that has that championship pedigree and know-how. And obviously, Steph is incredible. And I think from a Warriors narrative, I think that would have been interesting too, because obviously against Houston, they went up like against this completely different iteration. They beat the Harden Rockets, then they beat this Rockets. They've beaten the previous Thunder with KD. Now they would have had a chance to go up against this Thunder. So I think that would have been cool too. So I think that's one thing that we did miss out on because of the Steph injury.
Yeah, man. I feel like the Thunder would have just run the Warriors out of the gym, man.
The athleticism difference would have been crazy.
Yeah, like I don't even know.
You're not playing no Brandon Pajemski against Alex Caruso. Lou Dort.
Yeah,
versus Moses Moody? No way.
No, this is a problem. This is the thing with the Thunder. It's like V said too. Like they don't even need to shoot well because their defense is so good.
Yeah.
Like they can just get you, and it only takes like 2-3 minutes, and then suddenly the game's blown wide open. So, yeah, I'm with V, man. I think maybe Wolves get that little prideful, home game 3 win, but I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Like the Thunder are just so good, man. Anyways, on to the next item. Sticking with the Thunder. So Shai was officially named MVP this week. I don't think it was any surprise. Any surprise from you guys? Because I know there's a little push for Jokic towards the end of the season.
I mean, there was a lot of push. I think Jokic is like an all-time player, right? So it's always surprising when he doesn't win MVP in his prime. Like, this is really impressive. Like, it's like when LeBron was on that run where he won like 4 MVPs in the span of 5 years. Between his last 2 in Cleveland the first time and then his first his second and third year in Miami. It's like if you take one off of a guy like that in an all-time stretch, then it feels like the MVP should be worth a little bit even more. And this isn't even a Derrick Rose situation where, like, eventually LeBron ends up eliminating Derrick Rose. It's like, the opposite happened. Shai actually went on to beat Jokic, so No surprise for me. I think winning matters, man. You win 18 more games, you beat them in the playoffs. I mean, I know that doesn't count towards the actual award, but like I get it. Like Jokic had to do a lot. Jokic is an all-time player. He's brilliant, but 18 more wins has to mean something, man. You play the game to win, not to rack up the
Masai.
most stats.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. You
slow down.
no,
man.
seriously. Like I didn't like how it was discarded all season. As much as Jokic is an all-timer.
Yeah, I think that's
And
fair.
the other thing I'll add too is like they were 18 games better, and they missed Chet for like 2-3 months.
Yeah.
Like the fact that they were that good with Chet out speaks volumes. Obviously, not just about their depth, but the fact that Shai is that good, right? Like him being out there is like one of the biggest guarantees of a win now that you can have in this league. And just you talk about certain guys. You put him on this team, and you put him on a bad team, and it's like instantly a 50-win team. Like you have to view Shai that way now. He's that good. If there is maybe a slight surprise for me, it's that because of the way the media was talking about how close it was between Jokic and Shai, seeing Shai get 71 first place votes was maybe just a slight surprise. I thought it might have been a bit closer than that.
Yeah, I
But-
was expecting it to be a lot closer. And I think this is the hard part about the MVP debate that people have every year, because like it always ends up going from like talking about most valuable to the team to like who's the better player, and those are like two separate conversations, right?
Yeah.
I almost think the Joel Embiid MVP is gonna look really bad in retrospect, because I feel
That
like
one's gonna age-
Jokic
that
should have
one
won
aged
that
poorly.
one. Jokic
Yeah, for
should have
sure.
won that. That was such a media driven thing where it just flipped towards Embiid. And I didn't like the cases that were being made.
I think
for
Embiid beat Jokic that year in like the one time they played head to head. It was in Philly,
And he
I
had
think-
like 50 something. Like,
Yeah,
he went
I
off.
think-
Yeah.
I don't know. There was definitely some voter fatigue as well that factored in. There might have been a little bit of voter fatigue that factored in here as well for Jokic, but I don't know. I think I see it as different situations. I see Shai as like, I don't know why, like the more that we've analyzed the game of basketball, the less we've prioritized the scoring ability. Which like, and I know it's like a zag, right? It's like for a long time people were like, when analysts came in, it was like, well, like is Kobe as good as we think he is? Because we think Kobe's the best player in the game, but his efficiency is like whatever, right? And then I think the AI was sort of like swept up in this as well. And like over time, like we start valuing everything like really, really in a new way. And I don't disagree with any of that, but at the same time, like fundamentally, and I hate to say this, but the game is about a bucket.
Oh, I was waiting for you to say that, man. I got chills, bro.
And nobody is more of a bucket in the NBA right now than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Nobody is more of a bucket. Nobody. And honestly, when I watched that OKC Denver series, yeah, of course OKC had way more help. There's no doubt, man. I'm not saying Jokic had Jokic had like 2.5 reliable teammates most games. But when it came down to it, who needed to get a shot and who needed to score, who needed to create an advantage and deliver off of that, Shai did a better job in that series than Jokic. And if you need more proof of who was the better player this season, in terms of value, I think Shai actually had that over Jokic. And I don't care about the all-time production. That just means you had to do more, but you didn't win more with that.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair. Fate of the universe on the line. You got to get one bucket. You going with Shai or Steph?
I'm going with Shai.
Damn. What about you, V?
Man, that is tough. I think right now I am going with Haliburton. No, I'm joking.
Yo,
No, I'm going with
honestly,
Steph.
honestly, statistically, yeah,
Yo,
absolutely.
great zag.
Yo,
Great
that's
zag,
actually
bro.
that's great. Actually, that's
That's
the
a
right
crazy
answer.
zag, man.
That actually is the right answer. I might go with Aaron Neesmith over here.
Yo, insane zag, man.
Give me Haliburton.
Oh my god.
Yo, the aliens got the best speed pointed at Earth. What the hell?
I want Hallie. Oh my
That's
god.
that's amazing. That's a great call.
Anyway, so Shai, to say thanks to his teammates, gifted them. Everyone got gift baskets. So we have this video here of the whole team at the Rolex getting their Rolexes.
Perfect time, man. What time it is, y'all?
So the gift basket per Shams Sharania included a Rolex, an iPhone, Beats by Dre headphones, and a custom embroidered Canada Goose jacket.
Damn.
Yeah, thoughts on the quality of this gift basket. What would you give it out of 10 here?
I think if you put on the entire gift basket, you look like half the people in Yorkdale Mall.
The Asians.
A Canada Goose, a Rolex, an iPhone. You ready to shop, baby?
Yo, this is legit the Yorkville. This is legit the starter pack, man. This is like the starter pack. Yeah. The goose just like tops it off. It's so perfect.
No, the Canada Goose is
Yeah.
perfect, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. V man, is this a 10 out of 10 gift basket or what?
I mean, it's up there. I don't know if we
you
have
know
like
other
a
gift
record of like
baskets.
other gifts. Like other gift
But
baskets.
usually guys only give like one item. You know what I mean? Like the Rolex
Yeah, usually
is
it's
enough.
watches. Yeah.
The
yeah,
Rolex
yeah.
usually is enough.
Yeah.
So
So right now you got
got
to give it a 10, but
Yeah.
he set himself up. You know, now
Yeah.
if he gets another MVP, it's gonna have to top this, right?
Yeah, and my
How
question
much
too.
of this is a sponsored bag, by the way?
I'm sure Goose was free.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
sure,
the iPhones were free
yeah.
too.
I'm sure Dre was free. iPhone was free. Maybe the Rollies he had
I
to
think he paid for the Rolex.
put out his own money on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, John, I think John Wall was the first.
Alex,
to
you still
actually
got your
give all his
Rolex?
teammates Rolexes.
Yeah, it's right behind me actually. So
Where'd you get
So-
that, man? The consignment shop. What, Joe?
I'm gonna pawn it at the new CNE casino, man.
I'm going all in with my time.
No, yo, time is money, man, and I got neither. So my question too is Brandon Carlson having the best year ever, man? This guy
Yes.
got waived by the Raptors,
Mhm.
or farming the whole year as like the behind the scenes guy right next to Asian J Will,
Mhm.
chilling in OKC, probably on their way securing a ring,
Yep.
and just wakes up like on Tuesday and is like, oh wow, here's a gift basket for me with a rollie. Like I think in terms of just NBA guys, fringe guys, Brandon Carlson's having the season of his life, man.
Hey, don't forget, you get bonuses for each round that you win in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
that's universal.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there's a real chance that he's like doubled his salary just
Yeah.
in the playoffs alone.
Brandon Carlson started the preseason, playing crunch time for the Raptors.
Remember he had
In
that
exhibition
block
games.
against
Yeah, the
Washington in
block.
Game 5 of preseason.
The shot, the
Game 5 of
stop.
preseason.
We talking about it like Game 7 of the
Yo,
Cavs Warriors around these.
He got
parts.
cut for Bruno Fernando, who got cut midway through the season and then ended up playing for Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Like,
So you're
come on,
you're
man.
saying Brandon Carlson's had a better year than Bruno Fernando. Yeah. Like it
I
worked
don't
out
know.
for
Yeah.
Carlson. Yeah.
Well,
I think
worked out
Carlson's
pretty
living
good
a
for
blessed
Carlson.
life right now, man.
No, I'm
Yep.
happy for Brandon Carlson, man. Do you miss him? Like, name me one fact about Brandon Carlson that you remember.
Yeah, so the last 7 MVPs, by the way, have been international players. And you know, this I guess, you know, Kirk Goldsberry shouts to KG, put that in a little chart with all the
That's
flags.
not KG, man. It's not, don't call him KG. Don't call him KG. It goes Kevin Garnett, Kayla Gray, and then Kirk Goldsberry. All right.
Who is the most
little
likely...
ticket.
Oh my god. The data ticket. Who's
The data tickets.
who is the most likely American player to win the MVP next? Who's up next, man? When is USA gonna make a comeback on the MVP scene?
Man. Is it Ant?
Ant seems like the favorite choice. I think.
Ant is probably the most likely.
I'm saying Cooper Flag, man. Yeah.
Cooper Flag.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
Cause Wemby's gonna get a couple.
So
like
yeah,
this-
I was saying, yeah,
This international thing is not gonna stop. I mean, Luka still hasn't won one.
Lucas still has
Yeah.
not won one,
Yeah,
and now
and
he's
you
with
know
the
he's
Lakers,
getting the
bro.
LA like back in
Yeah.
shape narrative.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've already
so
seen
Luke-
workout
yeah.
videos of Luca, man.
Yeah, so Luka.
Yeah. So Luca and Wemby gonna get a few.
Luka and Wemby are gonna get. I wouldn't even count out Shai or Jokic to get
I mean,
more.
they're the leading candidates to win it next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even Giannis. Giannis gets a new home, new narrative.
Sure.
That's another guy.
Unless
So-
he's with Wemby.
Yeah, that's true.
Man.
Yeah, they split the votes.
Is there any chance for Jalen Brunson?
Just
He'll get the New York hype. They would have to like win the East, which is possible
possible.
next
They
season,
could
right?
totally win the
Boston's
East
out of the
next
way.
year.
We don't know what
Yeah.
what
Sure.
changes Cleveland might make.
Yeah.
So if they were to win 60 plus games, Jalen's putting up big numbers, Mr. Clutch and all that, then yeah, I think it's possible.
Chat is also saying Jason Tatum comeback MVP.
Okay.
Not next season.
Yeah, in 2 years.
What the Halley? What about Haliburton, man?
I
What
feel like
about
those
Mr.
guys are more
Haliburton?
just like all NBA. I don't feel like those are MVP guys.
Well,
Same
can
with
I-
Brunson for me.
Can I ask you, is there any American right now that's even a top 5 NBA player?
I mean, name 5 international guys. Name the top 5.
Shai, Jokic,
Yeah.
Giannis.
Luca.
Luka. I think healthy Embiid actually is a top 5 player. That's
Wemby.
not a debate to me. Wemby's
Yeah.
not top 5 yet, but
Yeah, but if you go down the list, it takes a bit for you to get to an American player. Cade Cunningham, someone said in the chat.
Cade Cunningham. Wow.
I mean, you can make the case that Ant has been a top 5 player this season.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
He's the one I would hear. Yeah. Well, I mean, I think Tatum had a chance. Man, why do I keep backing Tatum? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I
Tatum
swear
was
he had
really
a
good
good
this
year.
Yo, Evan
He had a
Mobley.
very good-
Yeah.
Evan Mobley. Yeah.
Yeah. Evan Mobley for MVP possibly.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Mitchell would get it ahead of him, no?
Yeah, Mitchell.
If there was a
I was
Cavs
gonna
candidate.
randomly say Trey Young. I don't know why I feel like Trey Young's gonna randomly have an MVP
Yo,
season.
guys, what about LaMelo Ball, man? Come on, guys.
Yo, oh my god. Win MVP of the Guangdong League.
Oh, come on, man.
No, shouts to LaMelo, man. Yeah, I guess the answer is no, guys. There's not going to be an American winning in the near future. If I were to do you think there will be an American that will win in the next 3 years? Would you take that bet that an American would win
That's actually kind of nuts to think about.
in the next 3 years?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I would
I
not
think
take
Shai's
that
going to
bet.
win another one, by the way. Maybe not next year, but the year after.
Yeah, Shai could get another one. Yeah, I'm
You
going with
expect
Cooper.
Shai's
Jokic
26,
to do
man.
the same thing next year?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like we said, there's guys that are due. Like Luka's going to be due one at some point.
Yeah.
Luka's got to get one for sure.
Yeah, he's got to get one. It's going to be Cooper Flag, man. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Wemby,
Yeah.
yeah. So
All right.
I would not take that bet.
Next topic here, and I did not steal this from Joseph Kashara. I saw he did this same topic. I guess there's just not a lot of NBA topics left now with 4 teams left. So the NBA is going to have their 7th straight different champion this season. And no defending champion during this era has gotten past the 2nd round.
Damn.
Is the NBA parody era good? Are you guys enjoying this parody, or do you guys like back then when it was, the Heatles, Super Team, KD Warriors? You even go back like Shaq, Kobe, Lakers, or how is this parody era for you guys? V.
I mean, I'm enjoying having different teams in the mix and having that unpredictability. I think, from a marketing standpoint, there's some things the league has to figure out. Because if you look at just the evolution of the NBA, from at the very beginning, they sold teams, they marketed teams. And it's like, that's how, you built an attachment to the Lakers, the Celtics, whatever it may be. And then as we got into like the player movement, all of that, Michael Jordan, all of that, you get invested in individuals, right? And they made a clear case of like promoting individuals, and then you just latch on to that, and that's part of why we see these Twitter debates go crazy and all these stan accounts. And so I think the issue now is you have parity, but if you're a casual fan and you're watching the regular season and you're just watching like the big games on national TV, you're never seeing the Pacers. You're never seeing the Thunder. And then all of a sudden it comes to the playoffs and it's like, oh, I'm seeing Jalen Williams for the first time. Oh, I'm seeing Pascal Siakam and Tyrese. Like, I didn't know he could ball like this, So I think the NBA has to do a better job of saying, okay, this is what we're promoting right now, this parity. So we got to do the same with our national TV coverage and show these teams that are legit and deserve the respect and attention.
Yeah, I actually think maybe just in general, not enough time is put towards explaining why something's great and trying to appreciate it, rather than like, I guess trying to like have the hottest take and sort of like flaming out in terms of, or just crashing out. I feel like, and some of that is just like on social media anyway. Like, crash outs are gonna go viral no matter what. Like, there's like a shamelessness, I think, maybe to content making that you're even seeing the highest levels of like ESPN leading into it. I mean, I don't know. I mean, this also trumps America, right? So like we're seeing it go literally to the very top, to the president's office. But like, even putting that aside, yeah, I think that one of the things that doesn't really get appreciated is like the general fan doesn't have enough context around what makes these teams good. And then so it's always like V's point, like it's a surprise when you see it at the highest level. Now, of course, there's always a level of where people are cautious, right? I'm not going to believe in you until I see you do it first, right? No one was believing in the Raptors 2019 until we started doing some things. And we started to build and try to go from there. My only thing is just like, I think that like there was a lot of debate, especially last year, in terms of like who's going to be the face of the league. And the more I think about it, I'm like, the NBA doesn't need a face of the league. The league itself should be the face. And I think that maybe in the growth period when there's like, you know, in the 80s and when like basketball was not as hot, and then I think, you know, Magic and Bird really made it a whole thing, and then Jordan took it to another level, like that elevated and grew the league, especially internationally. The league is now popular everywhere. And I think that what's good for the league is just having a good competitive exciting product year after year. And you know what I mean? Like, I think that like me and V watch so much of, you know, the English Premier League. It's like no one's the face of the English Premier League, man. And you never need one.
It's not it's not Alejandro Garnacho. Yeah.
Yo, say that name again.
No.
Yo, say that name again.
I refuse.
Yo. Holy, I didn't know you ordered nachos. It's crazy, man.
Sneaky D's.
Yeah, sneaky diss from his own manager.
But Will, to your point with
yeah.
the EPL, like, as soon as you enter as a fan, what's the first thought you have? Oh, which team should I support? You
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
You're not looking to attach yourself to an individual, right?
Yeah.
And be like, oh, I want to watch LeBron every night, or I want to watch Steph every night. You know, like I think
that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. But I think the good thing about the parody era in that way is like I think it is if you do take the time like during the regular season and like access, you know, League Pass and all of this stuff that gives you the ability to like watch every team. I do feel like there's more teams now that are worth watching than maybe before, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly the point.
Yeah, and it's kind of a crazy thing to say considering that there's always, especially this past season, there was like, 8 to 10 teams that were tanking towards the end of the season. This kind of takes that away, but it's like you still have 15 to 20 teams that I think are pretty interesting to try to get to know and get to watch. And I think in that way, that's good for this era. The other question I had too is like, is there a path in this era, like second apron, all of this stuff, for a repeat champion? Because like, we haven't. It's almost. I mean, the second apron just came in, but it's like it's even before that now. It's been like almost a decade now that we're not going to get a repeat champ.
You know what? You know the second apron's a problem when in the past people were like, bro, you got to get past LeBron. No matter what you do, you got to get past LeBron. And now it's no matter what you do, you got to get past the second apron. Like the biggest villain in the league is the second apron. It's so silly because the nominal fan is not going to give a shit about the second apron, man. Yeah. I think OKC is going to be a great test case.
Well, like, this is the thing though. Like we can sit here right now.
You know,
that's what I'm saying. Like we can sit here right now and be like, OKC, if they win this season, I'm sure a lot of us are going to be like picking them to repeat next year.
Sure.
Because on paper, right? But it's like I think we did that this year with the Celtics a little bit too, right?
Yeah.
And we did it the year before with Denver a little bit because they were bringing back the same core. So it's like obviously there's stuff you can't account for, like injuries and all this stuff. But it's like, man, I'm trying to think, like, okay, if we're saying there's not another repeat champion next season, like, what's going to stop OKC?
Well, this is the number one thing. It's like you look at the 4 teams that are currently, you know, in the conference finals and still have a chance to win it. All 4 of these teams are going to face financial hurdles before they face any other hurdles in terms of competitiveness. Minnesota's already going through a ownership sale change. A-Rod moving like he's broke. A-Rod, weren't you the most highly paid player ever in baseball? But, like, A-Rod's moving like he's broke, right? And like they're like, all right, well, we never know. We already had to trade Cat for 2 pieces. Now it's like if we bring back Randall, you might be in the second apron again in that range. And the Keel, we have to re-sign. Got to replace these guys. Rudy Gobert already looks old. Mike Conley already is old. You know what I mean? Like Minnesota might already not even have a peak because of the fact that they're just like limited financially. Indiana, who never pays a luxury tax, has Miles Turner going to free agency. You need to keep Miles Turner, man. This team's not going to be as good without Miles Turner. So you keep him. You're not going to luxury tax. You might go in the first apron. I mean, I don't think they'll go second apron. I think they'll at least have some cost certainty. But like, you never know, right? Like they have financial challenges. OKC might just be one of the most expensive teams because they have so much talent. And then the Knicks are already like very, very capped out as it is. So it's like, yeah, I just don't think that like I just don't want to see teams torn down because they have no other option because financially they're so handcuffed. It just doesn't make sense.
Oh, I think it's terrible. I think whenever the next CBA discussions are up, they really have to change this because like I think it's like ruining just continuity and all this stuff in the league. It's terrible.
Like even Cleveland and Boston, like they can't make any trades now because they're both in the second apron. It's like, okay, that's kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yeah, I think to the point of like having some continuity, like the fact that Denver basically it was pretty much impossible for them to keep Bruce Brown. Then because of the tax situation, they didn't keep KCP, and now you've got this championship team that, for no other reason than cap ramifications, couldn't maintain that. You look at Minnesota, would they have pursued that cat trade if not for the implications that they had tax wise?
Yeah, that was
Probably
a pure financial move, right?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's like
kind of a win-win now.
Yeah, no, for sure. But like Denver, I think is
at the end of the day, that was a homegrown star, right? Like you drafted this guy. Like you should not a guy that you've drafted. You should not be in a position to be like, oh, you know what, the finances don't make sense.
Yeah, and it's not fair for teams like Denver too, because like they were handing out these extensions before the second apron rules came in. And it's like, if they had known these rules were coming in, I'm guessing they probably don't extend Michael Porter Jr. in that way. Or maybe they have second thoughts about Jamal Murray too. But it's like now they're locked into these contracts, and now they're locked into a situation where they can't do anything. So, yeah, I don't know. It actually really sucks. I think that's the worst part of the league right now, is that all the discussions going into the offseason is just about tearing teams down.
Yeah.
Like that's like the number one conversation, and it never used to be like that. But whatever, man. Adam Silver, do your job. And Grant Williams, you screwed up.
Yes.
All right, last thing.
It's a crazy legacy.
Wong Stradamus is right at least twice a year. And, on our last episode, we know we have a lot of footy fans here, that listen to us. I know you two are big footy fans as well. I correctly predicted Tottenham's historic FA Cup win. Picking Europa Cup.
There we go. Keep going.
Yo, who won the FA Cup? Oh, Crystal
Palace, man.
Oh yeah, my bad to CP. Yeah,
CP.
Europa Cup.
Chris Phillips.
Europa Cup. Correct score 1-0.
Yeah.
Correct score. Brennan Johnson. Vicario, whatever. Yeah, was great in that.
You call him Lucario like Pokemon.
Sicario. Yeah. So, and I guess I'm just putting it together right now because Vivek is a Man U fan. So
That is correct. I would like to report a hate crime.
Yeah. So, well, Vivek, I mean, it seems like, ever since Ruben Amorim took over for Ruud van Nistelrooy, it hasn't really worked out.
I forgot Ruud was your manager
for this team. Like, only 7 goals this season in a Premier League from Ahmad, which
Rashad?
which is little disappointing there. Andre Onana,
Oh, nah.
yeah, not really coming through
I'm
there.
to blame.
Tony off the bench, no impact.
Tony, he's not even there.
Not even with the team right now.
Listen, I'm just sorting the roster on ESPN by goals.
Who's on ESPN for soccer stats is crazy.
What does fixtures mean? Is that where I buy furniture? Holy.
Oh man.
Holy.
Anyways,
Yeah,
I need some
That's wild.
context. I need some context here. Like, how great was this prediction? Like, or was it a pretty generic prediction?
I think it's
Pretty
great,
generic.
man. What?
Because
Bro,
Brennan
predicting
Johnson is their
Spurs to
top
win their
scorer,
first
though.
title in 17 years? First European
these
title in
are-
like 40?
These are two mediocre teams that you knew for me it looked like it could go either way, and both teams like they had huge ramifications on the line, right? Like trying to get into the Champions League, and both teams just played it safe. Obviously, United were forced to go for a goal after they conceded, but there was nothing about that final that was good. Like, it was just a garbage game.
As a neutral fan, I love the drama of it. Come on now. I watched that. I was like, oh, this is so good. 16th team versus 17th place team in the Premier League.
This is crazy. This sounds like an NCAA play-in game, man.
No, so like one of the things, Alex, is like not only if you win, like okay, any sort of cup is important, right? But Europa obviously is like the second tier of like the best teams in Europe. Otherwise, you'd be in Champions League. The thing is, if you're in Champions League, you earn so much more money and prestige. Like players want to, like free agents want to go to teams that are playing Champions League. Also, if you're playing Champions League, you get a ton of more money. So it could be like 100 more million to your budget if you play Champions League. So yes, you're winning like a second-rate cup, but like you are also winning a chance because if you win the Europa, you're granted access to the Champions League. So I think that like that was also on the line. Like if the loser, either Tottenham or United, like they're not even gonna get any sort of European championships next year. Like they're not even in Conference League, bro.
Yeah, I was really happy for Sung Hung Min. You know, he said he's now a legend of this club.
All right.
Yeah, and it shows
he's
that
always been a legend. Yeah.
Yeah, and it shows that Tottenham doesn't need Harry Kane. So I think. Yeah.
Yo, what about the infamous prediction from their manager, man?
What did he say?
This is the number one talking point with Tottenham all season. So their manager is this Greek guy, but he grew up in Australia. So he's got like a thick Australian accent. You know, he's always saying mate. You know, he's Australian, man. But he had like a pretty like. Yeah, his Ange Postecoglou, so like super Greek name, but again, he's from Australia, and like he took over Tottenham. I think this is his second season, and they've struggled a lot. He plays a controversial style where he plays all out offense, and then they give up like 6 goals going the other way, which is why in the final it was surprising to see them play so defensive because like they actually changed their playing style to try to win the last game, and they did it successfully. But he had this infamous prediction when like the media was going at him, and by the way, the media goes at the English Premier League like managers and players way harder than they do over here. Like,
I love
they're
it.
just going at like they're publicly challenging him,
Especially if you're not English.
That too. And he's like, man, you know, usually my second season I win trophies or something like that.
Oh, like he has a history of that?
Yes. So he just like called it out, which was crazy because Tottenham hasn't like the number one thing to know with Tottenham is that they choke in trophy games.
Yeah. This is like Nick Nurse coming in and being like, yo, we're winning the title this year.
It's honestly on the Masai level of like, you know what, like believe in yourself, believe in the city. Except it's the 16th best team out of 20.
So
in England.
does the fact that Tottenham won the Europa Cup mean like nobody, like their fans don't care that they finished like 16th in Premier League?
They don't know.
Pretty much.
Like this is their first trophy like in a generation.
So it's a great season. Like it doesn't matter that they sucked in Premier League.
Like for
it's
them,
a great season.
Their fans are now like, so Tottenham, their main rival is Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Arsenal is pretty much going to finish second in the league. They lost in the Champions League semifinals.
Yeah.
And so it's like, objectively, that is a great year, right?
Yeah.
Like to get to the semis of the Champions League, to finish second in EPL, like that is a great year, but they didn't win a trophy.
Yeah, they have nothing to show for it. Yeah.
Yeah. So Tottenham is now like, well, we got a trophy and we're going to be in Champions League next year, just like you guys.
Right. But this is a little bit like if Milwaukee was flexing the fact that they had the in-season tournament win. And that therefore they had a better season than like the New York Knicks who might lose in the conference finals.
Okay. No, I get it.
Yeah.
So that was my bold sports prediction for this year.
Okay.
I want to know from each of you. I want one bold sports prediction from you guys for the rest of 2025. It doesn't have to be basketball, but it can be anything. V, what is your one bold sports prediction you want to make?
So it became a bit trickier because you just said for the remainder of 2025.
Oh, we can change the rules. Yeah.
So no, it's fine. I already made my pick.
Yeah.
So thinking about the events that are left, like the main thing I could look at was tennis.
Wow.
And so my bold prediction is that Novak Djokovic is gonna retire at the end of the year.
Wow. Your GOAT.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Your unvaxxed
yeah, I
GOAT.
think because there's been speculation that he wants to.
Your do your own research GOAT.
Oh my God! Oh, the comments are gonna be flooded, guys. The comments are gonna be flooded.
There's been speculation that like initially that he wanted to play until like the 2028 Olympics and all of that, and this was when he was like playing amazing, but this year has been bad. Like he has struggled. He's
Oh, he's like slowing
first
down.
rounds. Yeah.
Damn.
So I think the motivation isn't there.
Yeah.
Like it used to be, and I think the only thing he cares about now is just like winning one more Grand Slam.
Yeah.
But I think on the one side, if he wins the one Grand Slam, then it's like even more reason for him to be like, okay, I'm good now. But if he doesn't, and if he like continues to play bad, I think he's also just gonna be like, you know what, I don't care to do this anymore.
Yeah. You can't hang with Carlo Alcaraz forever, you know.
Carlo Alcaraz. Is he a cousin to Nachos?
Will, do you have a bold prediction you like to drop here?
Are there major sports events this upcoming summer and season?
You mean like Olympics and stuff?
No, because it's like a weird there's no World Cup, there's
Sure,
no Euros, there's no Olympics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like is it that bold to say I think the Fever are gonna win WNBA championship this year? Caitlin Clark
Ooh,
gets
I
the
like
title in
that.
her second year.
I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bold.
But I don't know, man. I was gonna hit Vivek with a Yannick Sinner wins the full Grand Slam. All four.
Wow.
That is one I thought about actually.
I'm only saying this to troll you. I'm sorry.
No, but that would be an insane storyline because it's like he wins the Australian Open, then he gets banned for 3 months, and then if he were to just come back and win like French Open, Wimbledon, US,
Yo,
that would be
Sinners.
insane. But I don't think I don't think our man Carlo is gonna let that happen.
From sinners to winners. Oh, Carlo Alcatraz. Carlo Alcatraz is so fire, man.
All right.
man.
That's the six pack. I think we're gonna do a little Tangerine segment as well.
Let's go. Drum, where you at, man?
V, you want to stay for this or what?
I am here.
Whatever, man. I'm
Hang
good
out,
with
bro.
whatever. I'm
Just chilling,
chilling.
man. It's Friday, man.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Welcome. All right. It is time. Oh, where? Sorry. It is time for the Tangerine fan inbox. Tangerine is the official bank of the Toronto Raptors, foundational partner of WNBA Canada and NBA Canada. And of course, they're not just fans of basketball. They're fans of basketball. They're fans of fans who will check out Toronto Temple live at Stack Market this weekend. If you're hearing this, there's no doubting your commitment. Fans like you are at the heart of what makes this game great. So while we celebrate our second Canadian MVP in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Tangerine is turning the spotlight from the court to the stands and celebrating the way Raptors fans support their team, because this is how we fan. To learn more, visit tangerine.ca/basketball. Yeah, let's go through some comments.
Alright.
What do we have over here? This was interesting. I don't know who tagged this over here, but fun fact: Shai played in the Filipino Rec League in Hamilton. I don't know how, but happy AAPI month.
Yo, this is a real thing. Like Shai Shai has like a pretty tight knit friend circle. Still a lot of the same people from Hamilton. And yeah, he's Shai. Like there was that one guy in the All-Star. Remember All-Star weekend? There was one guy who kept going around to everyone being like, "Who's your Filipino
Yes,
friend?"
that's right.
And I think Shai legit has a Filipino friend.
Yeah, I think
So,
one
go.
of
Let's go, baby.
Shai's like close guys is Filipino, like close
Yeah.
friend that he grew up with. So
All right, there you go.
this
That's
checks
fire.
out, man. Yeah, you got the lumpy.
By the way,
step.
Shai, great MVP speech, man. I gotta say, some great MVP speech, man. When he broke down thanking his partner, his wife, that was a really cool moment. I
it's
really
okay.
appreciate it. Well, okay. God damn it, guys. All right. I thought it was very cool, man. It's aspirational. So it shows how humble a man is when he's able to do that.
That's really nice. Thanks, Alex, for your contribution.
All right. We'll just move on.
From Coco, from a couple things that were started. Where's OG?
Yeah, so this was when we were doing the 2019 celebrations. We forgot to name a place for OG. Yeah. Where should OG be celebrated?
I wanted to throw this out there in thinking that and seeing that. Can we put him on Bel Air Street that meets Bloor where we could put Surge because that's where the whole Renfrew men's story is that they had their moment.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I like that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
I was gonna say, yeah, OG. I guess we just forgot about OG in that run because he wasn't healthy for it. But.
yeah. Or maybe outside comedy bar because he's so funny.
Oh my God, man! What is? Yo, you're the one person in the world with an anti-OG agenda.
No, I love OG. Shouts to Emma J. Brown. Like, I love OG.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also on the same note, where are we putting Chris?
Yeah, we forgot Chris, man. I guess he was
Chris?
technically on the roster, didn't play.
Chris is Chris is near the 401, man. That's how you get to Montreal, baby. You know, let's do like.
Your
So
default
fly the
is just to
street.
stick people on the highway.
Exits on the 401 is crazy. Do you want to put him like at an en route? Like what?
Yeah, like an en route. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, en route.
That's
what are those?
insane,
What are those
man.
random en routes, man? I've been to so many of them, but you know how you just don't remember the name of en routes, but you just like have stopped at them, like.
You stop. Yeah.
Yeah,
You can feel the spirit of it.
Why
Put
would
him at
people
put him
remember
at
the name?
80 put him at
Hey, man, hold on.
put him at
That's
80
so-
Blue Jays way because his favorite restaurant is Akira Back, and that's where it is.
He does say, yeah, he does shout out to here back all the time.
All right, there you
Shouts,
go.
what are the en routes here, man?
And also,
Oh, the Trenton South. Woo! Yeah, it's the last time to get some gas before you get to Quebec. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
No. All right.
yeah, you're welcome.
Oh, Mallory Town. Yo, shouts to Mallory Town. Definitely stopped there before, man. Again, on the
Where
way.
else? Where are we putting Patrick McCaw?
Patrick McCaw, he needs to be hidden somewhere.
Yeah, you gotta find him. Like,
Let's throw him in Vaughn at Wonderland. Yeah.
All right,
Underneath the Leviathan. Yeah.
how many Raptors do you think have been in Wonderland? I feel like that's my bold prediction. Actually,
I feel like
I'd
the
to revise
players
it.
don't go. Like
No, I feel like Jamal Shed and Jacoby Walter will have an appearance at Wonderland sometime this season. Take it to the bank. And Ulrich Shamshe and Colin Castleton will be there as well.
Yeah, Lindsey Dunn will be there as well.
Jamison Battle will also be there.
Yeah. Bessarion Station. Yeah, that's a good one for Patrick McCaw too.
There you go.
Okay.
From
Sorry,
our friend
Pat.
Joshua Hart. Josh Hart Street goes crazy.
Josh, man, I need you to go to New York and take a selfie with it. It's a limited time only. The Knicks looking tough.
Man, that's a $2,000 trip just for that one selfie right now, man.
In reference to our thumbnail, Lo is at a Tsingtao beer. Yes, it is. I'll present it over here.
Yeah, I didn't see this. Oh shoot!
So
I thought that was a Werner's. Yeah.
Oh, I wish. In the spirit or using the Tyrese Haliburton choke taunt, I put in a can of Tsingtao beer because it's a 6-pack.
And because
fire.
it's Asian Heritage Month.
Sure.
This is definitely the least problematic use of the Tyrese Haliburton choke image that I've seen on social because Knicks fans are going crazy over this.
Oh,
man,
there
I'm
are
just
some
saying.
wild ones out there.
There are. It's not even just a nickname. It's yeah. I don't even want to describe what's happening. What the Knicks fans are doing with these
Yeah.
photos.
I've just seen a glizzy. Yeah.
Sure. Anyway, follow. Here we
I don't
go.
even want to describe it, man. It's so
We
nasty.
don't
I
need
wanna
to.
describe
We
it,
don't
yeah.
need to. We
I'm
can
not
just
gonna
move
do
to the
it.
next question, Will.
Yeah, someone in the comments can do it though.
What do you, oh my god. What do you think of Bill Simmons saying the 2025 Celtics and Cavs would beat the 2019 Raptors?
Listen, man. Bill would
The
say the
what?
2020. Bill would say the 2025 Celtics could beat like the Shaq Kobe Lakers, man. You know, Bill. This is like Will like defending, saying that the 4-bounce Kawhi shot is more aesthetically pleasing than the Haliburton shot, man.
No, this is way worse.
Yo, people need to put some respect on that 2019 Raptors team, man.
Yeah, man, it's ridiculous.
Like, come on.
2025 Celtics, who just flamed out to the Knicks, and I don't even want to hear about how Tatum got injured because they were down. They were already down 3-1 basically. That game, that fourth quarter was already decided. No matter what Tatum did, so like that team couldn't even beat the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like let's be real, okay? And then the Cavs, The 2025 Cavs? Yo, this is like saying the 2015 or 2016 Hawks or whatever.
Oh shoot, I didn't even see the Cavs part of this.
Cavs are on here. Bro, that
Yo,
Cavs
that's
team
insane.
is not good enough. That
Damn.
Cavs team is nowhere near good enough. Like, the Raptors honestly take that series in 5. I'll at least give the Celtics 6 games. But Cavs, this Cavs team, you want me to believe Darius Garland and the way that he was playing and the way that Jared Allen, like 6 rebounds in the last 2 games for a 7-footer? Like, bro, are you kidding me? Name one advantage the Cavs even have over the Raptors.
No, I would put that 2019 Raptors team against a lot of champions.
We got better
champions.
bigs. We got the best player in the series. We got nah, come on, man. This is ridiculous, man. And you can't even use depth. Like, the Raps actually had great depth on that team. This is unbelievable disrespect, man.
No, I say 2019 Raptors would beat every single champion since.
Oh, man, like, it's crazy. This take is crazy because if you take this 2019 Raptors roster and you were to just label them as the Boston Celtics for Bill Simmons, he would be like, oh, the only team that could compete with this would be the 86 Celtics with Larry Bird. Like, that's how highly he would view that team if you just change the team name.
Yeah.
It's
Like,
because he doesn't
it's a
respect
garbage take.
he doesn't respect
garbage take.
Masai Ujiri, man. Yeah.
Yo, calling him Masai Ujiri is crazy. But
But
no,
I still love you, Bill.
I think the number one thing the Raptors fans used to do is just get more shameless with 2019. Like, literally, let's talk about this team the way that the 08 Celtics were talked about.
I think we do already. Yeah.
That's
that's the
definitely
problem.
what
Well, then we
Twitter.
wouldn't have this. We wouldn't have this.
Number one game since the 2020.
Bro, Norm Powell will run circles around Ty Jerome, man. I mean,
Oh, by the
yeah.
way, shouts to JD Bunkus getting a 1-hour interview with Norm.
Hey, it
on
was
his
good, man.
show.
I was listening to it this morning.
Yeah, I was like, damn, man. Anyways,
Well, shout out to Alex because Alex predicting Spurs to win to bring Asian Heritage Month back from the mud.
yeah,
Thank you for that,
so
Alex.
just want to apologize for calling Sun Hung Min Sun Ming Ming on the last episode. I
No, man, what is
no,
names?
just want to issue a correction. So
To be fair, you have mispronounced 25 different names in the span of this football conversation that we're having.
Right.
You know,
No, but
especially
nothing
when you
beats
said,
going from Oliver to Omar.
yo, that's right. You mispronouncing Leafs, you're mispronouncing Spurs.
Yeah, Joseph Cassie has asked the question: has Alex pronounced any name correctly today?
God damn it.
Well, apparently there's a Leafs presser going on right now.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, it's apparently super sad from the chat. I can't find the comment, but I love that.
Wait, hold on. Let's address this one because I think this has been on my mind, in the back of my mind. As a
Hey,
Raptors fan.
save it for an episode next
No,
week.
come on, Will.
No, hold on.
No,
but
this is an
I
episode
wanna-
for next week.
I want to get
Will-
these thoughts at least. Are you worried about MLC deciding that they don't need presence of sports franchises with Masai having 1 year left on his contract?
What?
Like, because this was the number one thing that, like, when people were like, okay, the Leafs flamed out, Brandon Shanahan, he's going to go. And the idea is that why do we need a sports president when we already have a president on MLC? Can he just be the president of the other major franchises? Then I'm like, wait, hold on. If they decide they don't need that for the Leafs, why do you think they need that for the Raptors? And that did make me worried. So
It's a
I don't
good
know.
question.
I mean,
No, but that's why Masai is vice chairman.
Masai had ultimate
good.
backing with Larry Tannenbaum, man. Larry Tannenbaum was in Masai's corner the whole time, and that's why Masai always talked about Larry in that sort of way and described it in that
Yeah.
way. I think it almost gave the impression that Larry owned the biggest share of the team, which he didn't. He was just kind of like the deciding vote that kind of separated between Bell and Rogers. Now that Rogers is taking over, if this is the direction that they want to go, like, I actually really am curious. My only thing is this is a pretty common setup in the NBA. There's lots of teams with presidents and GMs. Like, I think that's actually way more common now in the NBA than it is for teams to just only have a GM. So in that sense, if the Raptors ultimately go with only having a GM and then having, I guess, Keith Pelley be the president, then like that would be a little bit different as compared to other teams in the association. Like, it would make the Raptors more of an outlier. I don't know, man. I hate having to sweat like free agency for even just management. You know what I mean? We got to worry about like coaches leaving. We got to worry about managers leaving. It's just like Masai has done enough to like run the team for as long as he wants to run the team. And I hate having to stress about this every 3-4 years.
Yeah, I mean, just based on sources and whispers around 50 Bay, this is my first time I'm genuinely seriously considering that Masai might be gone after next season.
Damn.
So
Where do you think he goes?
I don't know.
Atlanta.
I feel
No,
like he
sorry.
wouldn't. I feel like he wouldn't do a lateral NBA move. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it feels like he would be done with the NBA at least at a team level. No.
Well, isn't Tim Lewicki, who was the former MLSE president that actually brought guys like Shanahan and Masai to the organization? Like, isn't the rumors that he's like going to start the team either in Seattle? I think it was in Seattle. Like maybe he does he does that again.
Yeah, I don't know if he's even if he's done with the Raptors, if he's done with the NBA, just because of how many times now he has talked about wanting that truly like organic experience of celebrating a title, right? So I think even if it didn't come with the Raptors, I think it's something that he would still want. And so I could still see him wanting
Yeah, maybe in like a different role, like
a
even in the
situation,
front
yeah.
office. That's like where he's not like day to day managing
Yeah.
the team in that way. But
yeah. But I mean, hopefully it's here. Hopefully it is here.
Hopefully, it's
Did you
here,
guys see
man.
the Wolstat tweet about hanging pictures? and
Oh
stuff
yeah,
of
the
the
Shanny
Raptors?
thing. That doesn't seem like a
Yeah.
surprising story from my experience working at MLSC.
Well, I mean, yeah, we are down there all the time.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so the context is
hold on, I'll pull up the tweet. You
Yeah,
guys,
pull
you
up
guys
the tweet.
explain. You guys can explain. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
I got
just,
it. I got it.
yeah.
If you want it.
Just
So-
send me the tweet. I'll put it in here.
All right. There we go.
But you guys can talk about it while I set that up.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, Ryan Wolstat said, with Brendan Shanahan out, I wonder if the Raptors will now be allowed to put up pictures of their greatest players' championship run in the arena now. Shanahan has been adamant only Maple Leafs photos could hang on the walls near dressing rooms, media area, and lounge, per sources.
yeah, just kind of putting the Raptors as kind of the second product, not
Yeah,
the
so
main
specifically like the bottom level of the arena, the dressing rooms, the media area,
Right.
not talking about generally around the arena.
product. Yeah, because
Yeah, I
around
was
the
gonna
arena
say-
you still see like the different,
Yeah.
framed photos and things like that. Yeah.
But this is the one area that's probably most important. You're talking about this is where the players' families hang out near the family room, and this is like probably the most prominently visited area, like between like the visiting players and things like that. To be honest, I didn't personally know why that there were no photos of the Raptors. I didn't know that this was like a specific sort of directive from a Leafs president. Quite frankly, I don't think that like you should be able to even reach across the room and sort of have a universal say in this. There are plenty of photos, and there's plenty of room for photos. There's actually a wall of just like I think former and current board members of MLSE. There's like you can find a photo of Ed Rogers on the wall outside the media room, but you can't find a picture of the Raptors. In the lead up to the media room, you can see like these black and white photos of all these old Leafs, and I'm trying to disparage them. Like these guys are champions, and I'm sure that's why they're up on the walls. At least most of them. And there is a great history with the Leafs that I think needs to be preserved because they're a great franchise, at least historically. But the fact is that like this is a shared building, man. And why are the Raptors being treated like the Clippers were being treated like when it was up in Staples Center? Like they co-own the team, they own by the same team. I think it shows more than anything else. Like the priority is, at least at the highest level, the priority is still hockey over basketball. And I think that like it's understandable before, but even now, like globally, the Raptors are way more relevant than the Leafs are. Like if you look at the franchise valuations, the Raptors are now more valuable of a franchise than the Leafs, and a lot of that has to do with the NBA being more valuable just in general. But like this is small moments that kind of reveals like the thinking in terms of like now that they're all owned by the same team and the same organization, who is going to be the priority? Is it going to be the Leafs or is it going to be the Raptors? It's going to be the Leafs, man. And it's always been that. And it's nasty to sort of see this. Also, if you go to the 600 level, you will find a framed photo of the Jared Bayless. I'll just say that much. No, seriously, there's a framed photo of Jared Bayless wearing number 3 upstairs. I'm not kidding.
That's awesome.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Moving on from there, you guys were talking about. Actually, I'm going to start with this one just because this came through and it's very random. I didn't know that this is a thing. Y'all hitting up the Asian Heritage pop-up market at the Well this weekend. I know Alex is a big fan of the food court at the Well. When trying to pitch to Giannis, La Cubana, Island Foods. I don't know what else he mentioned. Gus Tacos.
Mm.
Are you guys going to be checking out this Asian Heritage pop-up? I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I'm taking a break from Asian heritage.
Oh, we know, man.
activities.
Oh, you've been on a break.
this
All
this
we've done
year.
on the show
So,
is just talk down on this idea.
so yeah, hope
Shouts out
everyone
my
has
Asians,
fun
man.
at the well. Yeah.
That's my Pacific
Hope
Islanders.
everyone is well at the well. Okay, last one over here. You guys mentioned Canada's Wonderland. I'm going to paraphrase this. Which player is going to be taking a shorty to the CNE?
Man. Grady Dick?
Okay.
Yeah, I think culturally it's like not even like I just think like if you're in the Midwest, like these like big fairs in the summertime is like a thing to do.
It's so funny.
No,
It's true though. It's true.
It's absolutely true. If you're in the
Right,
Midwest, like one of the things is like the traveling fair and stuff. That's
Homie
what the
just wants
CNE
a
is.
corn dog. Yeah.
Oh man, he's like, oh man, I've been starving for corn on the
A
cob.
corn glizzy?
Corn
It's a
glizzy's
burger between two donuts.
Oh my god.
Grady Dick absolutely taking a shorty to CNE.
Okay.
I think Jamal Shed and Jacoby Walter have failed to leave Toronto. Like I think they're just gonna live in Toronto permanently.
Fair. Yeah.
Because usually NBA players like they only stay like a maximum of like I forget like 5 months or something in Toronto, so like tax purposes, blah blah blah. I don't know. Like you pay more taxes if you live full time, like the majority of your time in Toronto. So like a lot of like free agents choose to live elsewhere in the summertime, just for that reason alone. But like again, Jacoby and Jamal are like we're here. Jamison Battle's here. Colin Castleton's here. Ulrich Shamshay's here. Like expect to see them in everything, man. You see them at TFC games, Blue Jays games. They already been to Jays games.
They've been
Might
to
see
every
them at
sport.
like the aquarium, the ROM, AGO, Aga Khan.
I think the thing that we have
They're
to look
gonna be
out for,
everywhere, bro.
because we always see this with players coming in, especially new players, is there's always a transition point for young players. It could be sophomore year, it could be a little later than that, where they're suddenly too cool for all the things. Like there's always like the early
Right.
part where like they're a
Yep.
bench mob and they do all this stuff and they engage and it's really fun. And then at some point they're serious basketball players. Not that they aren't already, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get you.
V, are you a CNE fan or what?
I mean, I had a stretch where I did it for a few years, and now it's just like, okay, I think I've done all the things I want to do, and it's like, yeah,
It does
maybe,
get very
you know,
repetitive year to year.
Yeah. So then it's like, yeah, unless there's like a group of friends that are just like, hey, let's go. I don't really care.
Damn.
Alex, when you think of the CNE, do you think of the casino as a separate
Yeah,
entity?
yes.
You
I thought
answered
so.
too fast.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yo, but
Just
I'm-
because, like, when we're asking that, I don't think you're asking about the casino. You're asking about the other side.
Yeah,
of it.
yeah, like the general activities and stuff.
Yo, my
Because you'll
favorite-
be at the CNE like daily.
This guy's like, man, get out of here, man. He's like swimming through all the teenagers and shit. He's like, get out of here, man.
Only thing I want deep fried are my chips, man, at the table.
Yeah.
Holy-
Good.
Oh, do we have video? Actually, I mean, I don't know how
You're not
soon you
supposed
can
to take
find it.
video.
Oh no! I was gonna say video of Will's cricket performance over at the CNE last year.
Oh yeah, there was a little cricket. There was a
Wow.
little cricket set up, and yeah, Will crushed it, man.
I mean, I did bowl and like hit one of the wickets, and I think I got like a roll of tennis balls. Strangely,
Right.
Yeah.
that was kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
There's
gonna
gonna
say
be a cricket set up at the Jays soon.
hey,
There was a
cricket
fan of
day
the
at
show
the
that saw us
ballpark.
do it. I found out like months after the fact, but when I like met a fan from the show, they mentioned to me, "Oh, I actually saw all of you do that cricket thing at the end."
yo, there were witnesses.
Yeah, we got
Let's
witnesses.
go.
Yeah.
So funny.
No, there were witnesses. It's crazy.
Well, V, you were saying because the Jays are doing like a Cricket Canada. I think they're doing a giveaway too, right?
Oh, yeah,
like
tell
a
us about
cricket
that.
jacket.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So
Yeah,
since I got you a cricket jersey a few years ago, would you be able to return the favor?
Oh my God, you're
I
using
think-
this time to
I
Get
get
me a cricket
See,
jacket.
just
Yeah.
think of all the problematic things you'll do inside that jersey, man. Just kidding.
What do you
We have-
mean? I
we
just
have-
want to wear it. It looks good. It says Cricket Canada on it, man. I want to rep. I want V on my chest, man.
Okay. Does it say
wanna
Jacob on the back? Can you get it customized?
I think I might be able to figure something out.
That's amazing. dog.
I might be able to get you like a World Cup Cricket Canada jersey.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yo, don't mess with my feelings like this, bro.
All right, next time we go get some
Don't
spicy
offer a butter
I
chicken,
got
it
you.
ends up being spicy.
Yo, hold on. Yo, while we're on this topic, Alex, can you commit to coming out to Brampton, out to the CAA Center this summer to watch some T20 cricket?
Yeah, man, I'm down. Let's
Because
make
the
it
last
happen.
couple years I've been going, and I've been invited. I've invited you.
Can you commit as hard as Aiden, who says, "Alex, we all see your hand shaking when Jerome mentioned the casino."
Oh man.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while since you get that whiff of that casino air. Oh my god,
Yo,
Nothing like
but
it.
That casino's crazy because you go in and there's like at most like
there's a
200
barn.
There's like at most 200 people in there. Like it's only DJs.
yeah, true addicts. Yeah, true addicts.
Yeah. No,
All
the
right.
real the best CNE game is the one where the people throw 2 balls and you bet over or under 7 total.
Man, there's no good games at CNE. They're all scams.
Yo,
Don't gamble. Don't
CNE
spend your
roulette
money.
is fire, man.
Oh my god.
Definitely doubled my money at CNE roulette.
I do
before.
love the basketball game. That-
Oh
yeah.
yeah, the
Those
basketball.
rigged
I always get
ass
obsessed with
basketball
that.
games.
Yeah.
They got to give you more balls though, because it's like what $10 for like what 3 shots.
Oh
or
yeah,
something?
inflation's crazy now.
No, it's like 20,
That's a
yeah,
recession indicator, man.
It's like
Holy
$20 for like 4 balls, man. Come on, dude.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
By the way, just got this in the mail today. Shouts to our guy Keegan Matheson, who covers the Jays.
What's that say for
Wrote
the
a
pod
book.
audience, man?
Wrote a book called The Franchise, a curated history of the Jays, with a foreword from John Gibbons. Yeah, Keegan's one of the best beat writers covering the Jays, and I'm very excited to read this book. So for all Jays fans, go out and pick this up, man. Keegan Matheson, Toronto Blue Jays curated history of the Jays. So
Nice.
There you
shouts
go.
to Keegan.
All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it.
It's a fun, yeah, fun episode, guys. Hope you guys enjoy. What are you guys gonna do this weekend, man?
Are you sure?
Maybe I'll check out the Asian Heritage pop-up market at the Well.
You let me know how it is, man.
Oh, Alex,
will.
come on, man.
I'll try to check some of the Toronto Temple stuff over at Stacked.
Yeah, what actually is happening at SACT?
It's Toronto Temple Live. So they're hosting a number of different, I think, talks over there, and I'm guessing
Okay.
programming. The rain's a bit of a bummer for sure, but I'm assuming if there's not, they'll probably do stuff out at the court.
Damn.
And I'm guessing there's no impossible shot for us to obsess over while we're at that.
I was gonna say, do you support women's hoops or not, man? Rain or shine, you gotta be there.
There you go. Also, a friend of mine is doing a really fun event. They're DJing at a laundromat to raise money for a specific cause. I should find the information about
Sick.
it. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that for sure. So
Oh, before we go, I think Jerome, you have this. Ennis recorded a Wongstradamus little snippet song yesterday.
yes,
Wait,
I do
wait,
have it
wait.
available.
He has a song.
No, did you not play this in the chat? Okay, you haven't.
Well,
heard
you're
this.
hearing it for the first time here.
Hey,
then.
I'm hearing
so,
this. Yeah, okay, all right.
All right, so this is from
Call
friend of
me
the show, Ennis
Anthony
Esmer.
Fantano or whatever his name is.
And this is what? Is this your Wongstradamus theme song?
Yeah, so Nas has a song. I don't know if you know Will Nostradamus,
Right.
Yeah.
where this is the chorus. So Ennis did a remake of it. So
Okay, okay, let's hear
So
it.
here we go. We're gonna listen to it now.
Yeah, yo. Steven LeBron to Alex Wong, then it's Wong Bomb. Now Pete, it's Wongstradamus. Steven LeBron to Alex Wong,
That's it.
then it's Wong Bomb. Now Pete, it's
Oh, it keeps going.
Wongstradamus.
I feel like you need to know the original.
No, keep going,
To
keep on
appreciate-
running.
No, that's
it.
the whole
That
thing.
was
Oh,
it.
what?
That was it. That was it. It was just the chorus. It was just the chorus.
Oh, I was getting into it, man. Ennis, man. Come on, man. Yo, Ennis doing different voices, man. You can tell you're an actor, man. I didn't know you're
Yo.
a voice actor.
Yo, I'm going to the I'm
Okay,
going to
go with him,
the
Haley.
I'm going to the CSA Awards with him on Friday, man. He's
Yo,
bringing me as a guest.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
good,
so-
bud.
God.
We're
So
gonna
I'll
need the live
report-
report. Yeah.
I'll
Yo,
report
what's your-
back. I'll report
What's
back.
your fit gonna be, man? You can't. You got to dress up for this.
I know, but I'm gonna ask him if I can
Adidas
wear
pants,
it.
leather jacket.
No.
Come
I
on,
can,
we need
No,
the
no,
Gucci
you
loafers,
got
man.
some fit.
No, I can
loafers.
blazer up and all that, but my one question for him is like if I can wear a hat, because like I'm not trying to do my hair right now. So
Why don't?
I hope
can
I'm
you do the
allowed to wear a
headband?
hat. Nah, I don't want to do a headband. I want to
No,
rep.
no
I
tie-up?
want to rep hello and welcome.
Oh,
I think
see,
you're. I think that's perfect.
You could definitely do a hat because you would just
Yeah.
look like one.
I'll
of
dress up
those-
otherwise. It'll fine. Yeah.
Because you would just look like a hip director.
Yeah. Anyways,
Sure.
I'll
Yeah,
ask
yeah.
Ennis for permission because obviously I don't want to embarrass a 3-time CSA winner. You know.
Whoa! We just
Yeah.
calling it like that? That's Wanj.
Yeah. No, I think he has 3 already. I think.
Oh, so this is gonna be 4.
Or is he 2-time? Yeah, I don't know. He'll
Should we
message
get
me.
you to go live on the Hello and Welcome Instagram while they're announcing it and just like film across?
So the funny thing is the CSAs are 3 days, so I'm going to like the first one, which is like
got it.
during the day.
Got it.
But I think Ennis is up for awards every day.
Oh,
Yeah.
word?
Like Friday,
Wow.
Saturday,
Wow.
and Sunday.
Goodness,
Yeah.
man. What's he up
Yeah.
for, man?
Generational talent.
Roast
Best RJ
battle,
Barrett tagline?
roast battle, children ruin everything. I think the whole cast is up for that as well, and I'm
He's
sure
the
a couple
Nikola
other things, too.
Jokic of the
Yeah.
was it?
And apparently the first day I'm going is supposed to be for like TV, sports, and entertainment. So maybe we'll see some like people that we know. I'll see some
Alright.
people that we know.
Wow.
Yeah.
How do we
run,
get in?
Run into your boy Dublin, man. Come on.
But
man.
apparently these tickets were like $400 or something.
Oh no, more in how do we
Yeah.
get like nominated? Like if there's a sports category.
I don't know. I think we need to get back on Sportsnet first. Yeah.
Okay.
Just send them.
Yo, we're just keeping V hot.
Yo, we're holding.
All right. Let's end
almost
this
done.
No, it's all good. I got cricket on the side. That's what my.
That's what,
He wants
that's what I have.
cricket
That's
on
what
the
I have too.
Yeah.
man.
Oh
Yo,
wait.
Yo, India's
V,
at 16 overs right now. Yeah.
V, plug what you're doing right now with Cricket Canada.
I'm doing a bunch of just like social content. They've got some big series coming up. So right now they're playing against the U.S. and Oman. So that's to qualify for a World Cup in 2027. They've got a big home series coming up over the summer. So if you can come out and support, that'd be amazing. They play their games at King City. I'll be doing a bit of commentary at that time. So that'll be cool as well.
Where can they
And
follow?
You can follow just at Cricket Canada. And you can get all your content there. And besides that, I'm just doing usual basketball writing at Basketball Insiders and sports casting.
All right.
There
Perfect.
you go.
There we go. Okay, so what else do you want to do for 9 more minutes, Will?
You know what? For 9 minutes, what do we want to do? Oh, actually, there was something I wanted to show you guys.
Sure.
Will, is your ankle healed up?
Yeah, he just
I
played last
actually
night for the
I
first
played
time.
yesterday, although I played very.
Okay.
I told people I'm going to be prime Patrick Patterson, which meant I was going to be spacing. Like, don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm spacing.
Did you travel without dribbling?
Actually, I probably did. If there was a referee, they probably would have had that happen. No, but like, yeah, like it was actually okay. Like, I mean, I just wasn't. Like, I was mostly focusing on like boxing out and stuff. Like, normally I would try to be more of like a shooter and score, but I just don't want to like do too bad with the ankle. I mean, but I was actually mostly fine. Why can I not actually pull up my bookmarks right now? My mobile bookmarks. Here we go. Batter up. Okay, we can play this together. I kind of like this.
What's happening?
So I gotta present something. Okay, so you guys know obviously the Wordle.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do
Yeah.
this.
You know Wordle.
Do
where you
people
have
still
to-
play Purtle?
Well, people were playing Purtle for a bit, but the thing is, there's a new version of like I guess NBA Wordle, and it is, it's called. What is this actually called? I think it's just called Jump Shot. But basically, you got to guess who this player is based on the Jump Shot form.
This shit is so hard, man.
So let me try to delete some of these.
And are
ads
they
up
all
here.
current players?
That's D'Lo, no? That's D'Angelo Russell, I think.
Okay. Let's try D'Angelo Russell for the first guess.
Is it only current players, Will?
It's only current active players. Boom! Yo! Wow!
Yo.
Nice.
V, that's 1 for 1. Okay, hold on. Let's do a random player.
Play again tomorrow.
Damn, 1 for 1 is crazy. Okay. Who is this?
Is that? No, that's not Maxi.
So this is for me this is a right-handed shooter.
Yeah.
Cuz I'm going to play along with you guys obviously.
I was going to say Terrence Mann.
I wanted to say
You
Patty
know what?
Mills. but
Terrence
it's
Mann not a
Patty
bad
Mills.
call actually. This could be T-Man.
It's speaking Man or Maxi to me, but I don't think it's Maxi.
No, Maxi. I feel like Maxi jumps more on his jumper.
Yeah, I'm going with Man.
You want Terrence Mann? Okay, let's go with Terrence Mann. Hold on.
I'm going
Is that
with
2
Man.
R's?
If I hit Man, I'm leaving.
Wait, how
Can
do
we
you
all
spell
join
Terrence
you?
Mann? Terrence Mann? There we go.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. So,
So what
this
does that
player-
mean?
This player is indeed American.
Okay.
So that's the green because there's
Oh,
like
race
6
card. They got the race card.
No, they actually kind of do. They have ethnicity card. And then I think yellow means that you're like close, like you're within one or two.
Yeah.
White just means you're like way off, basically.
Okay,
So like
okay.
this, so it looks like this player is not in like the East at all. So I'm mostly thinking Western Conference player, USA born.
I'm gonna be so mad because he looks like such a familiar player.
There's something about the hair flop that I feel like
Aaron
is, like,
Gordon?
Eric Gordon was in the East. So
No,
this- Aaron Gordon. Oh, okay. You know what? That's actually pretty good. I think
Could
that is
be.
Aaron Gordon. I think that is
Yeah, I
Aaron
remember.
Gordon. Is it
Yeah.
AG? Let's
Yeah.
go!
Oh shoot! Let's
Oh, is it-
go!
Against the
go.
Raptors, yo, where's our defense at, man?
Yo,
Wow,
that's
wide
sick.
open. All right, okay. So we got two. So
Okay,
V's
you
got
get- you
one.
get-
Jerome's
you
got
get-
one. Alex, you and me, we got to get one, man.
Okay.
We gotta get.
Once
go
everyone
or die
gets one,
trying.
we'll close the show.
Wait, this is
Aaron
AG.
Gordon.
That's Aaron Gordon.
Steve Nash.
Aaron Gordon.
How do I do a random player? Hold on. What? Hold on. Let me just get through this. Aaron Gordon.
Oh, that's probably Aaron Gordon too.
Yeah, that's Aaron Gordon. Okay. Random player.
Random player.
Yo, everyone looks like Terrence Mann to me, man.
Everywhere. Look.
This is Maxi. I'm going with Maxi.
You going with Maxi? Okay, hold on.
Okay.
I think he might
This
be
game's
right.
so hard, man.
Yo!
Let's go.
Did I get it?
Let's go!
Yo,
Yeah, buddy.
see you guys
Yo,
later,
you're a
yo.
ball
End the damn
knower.
show.
You're a ball knower, man. Yeah, this.
Will
this
gotta
thing
get one, bro. Will gotta get
He
one.
left
thing
like
is really,
Shaq
really
going
fun.
to the washroom. Should I remove
man.
him from this?
Who is this, man?
This is you now, Tyrese Haliburton.
This is Haliburton, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think they're
Haliburton.
always this easy. By the way, I cracked. Oh, well, this is not Haliburton. Whoa.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Hold on. This player wears. Who does this? Is this LaMelo?
No.
I don't think so. Hold on. Let me see. Let me look
Doesn't
at the
feel like
clues.
LaMelo.
It's in the East. It's not USA. Okay, so it's not.
It's
It's
not
a
an
US
American
born player.
player,
I think
so
that's a
Oh,
pretty good.
interesting.
That's
Okay.
a pretty good. That's a pretty good one. Oh man, who is this?
Batum?
I
Porzingis.
feel like you.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
you
a
know
good
what?
call.
You know what? Wow, yo, you're actually pretty good at this game.
Oh, Porzingis.
That is
Porzingis.
Porzingis.
Yeah,
Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
Yo,
Good shit.
this guy
Welcome
came
back.
back from the dead to say Porzingis.
All right.
I was watching from the corner to see if the feed was done.
All right, Will, you got to get one, and then we could go up.
What the hell
Lefty.
is this?
So
Oh
we
wait,
got
hold
a
on.
lefty shooter.
This looks pretty distinctive. Is this Kevin Porter Jr.?
Just put it in.
I'm gonna go with Kevin Porter Jr. No! Oh my God, way off. Okay, hold on. This
Is
is
he
a
in the
pretty
East?
distinctive
Does it
jumper.
tell us if he's in the East?
I think most likely he's in the West. Based on this. He is American. That's
Lefty.
a lefty.
Such a slow release too.
Yeah,
Lefty in the West.
man.
Someone
Okay.
said De'Aaron Fox in the chat.
Oh,
This does look like Fox actually. Damn.
yeah.
Am I not a ball knower? I might not be a ball knower.
You are definitely a ball.
Ooh, it's not De'Aaron Fox. It's not
okay.
De'Aaron Fox, but we are getting close. I think yellow here means that they are in the West, but they're not in the Southwest. So
Oh, got
we're
it,
looking
got
at
it.
like Pacific, or we're looking at North.
I think the
doesn't
chat
help me.
saying Derek Jones Jr.
That's it. That's definitely Derek Jones.
Oh yeah, that's slow release. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's DJJ.
DJJ, show me DJJ. Boom.
Woo!
Wow, there's-
Great
are
job,
ball
chat.
knowers, man.
Great job, chat.
Damn.
All right, final
So
one.
we still waiting on Will to get one.
Last one, man. Yo, I cracked up other one. Oh, I saw Chris Boucher.
You
get
got
one
you got
out.
2 minutes.
The Chris Boucher one was sick.
Yo, this is
Who
the
is
most.
this,
This is
bro?
Lee
This is a
Van.
very
This is Lee
generic
Van
ass
Osman. This is Lee Van Osman.
Is this how Ty Jerome shoots? Oh wait, is this No, I don't
Who
know.
is this? Yeah, so it's a right-handed shooter.
Yeah.
They're
Peyton Pritchard?
okay.
No.
Let's try Peyton Pritchard.
Oh wait, or TJ McConnell looks like a white guy. That's all I can say.
No,
Like a
TJ
short
McConnell.
whitey.
TJ McConnell goes straight up.
TJ way
Right,
more
right,
robotic
okay, yeah,
than
yeah.
that.
Let's try Peyton Pritchard.
It might be.
Okay,
Huh?
we are correct. They are USA. They are 27, but it looks like they're a Western Conference
So
player.
they're a point guard.
Looks like a point guard. Oh my God! You know what? I'm gonna go with a crazy one here. Hold on, Jalen Pickett.
Holy.
No, damn it! God damn.
They are American?
They are American. They're in the Western Conference, but
Because
they're
I
not
was
in the
going to say
Northwest.
Dante Exum.
They're the way he's moving freaks me out. Actually,
Pat
Yo, he's-
Connaughton?
Pat Connaughton. No, he's
No?
it's in the West, but that's actually not a bad call.
Oh, in the
so
West.
They're
Right,
definitely
sorry.
they're in the Pacific, or they're in the Southeast or the
Oh,
Southwest.
Chris Brown? Or Christian Braun?
Christian Brown. Okay, let's try that. Oh no, he's not in the Northwest. He's not in the Northwest,
Oh,
so it's
got
actually not Christian Brown.
Okay.
It's just so. Oh, I think Chad got it. Is it Dante DiVincenzo?
It's not in the
that might be
Northwest,
it.
man.
Try it though. Try it.
Okay, all right, I'll try. I'll try for the
it
chat.
anyway.
Let's go, baby. Dante,
No.
yeah, it's not Dante.
Ah, we didn't get
Good
any
guess.
closer. No more. No new hints.
no closer. Looks like they're yeah. Okay.
Does the 11 mean he's like where he wears close to
Am
11?
I
number,
actually
yeah.
throwing us off by saying I'm sure he's white because he might not be? It looks like a white shooter.
I don't think he's a white shooter, to be honest.
No, there you go. Okay, there you go.
He's just so generic.
This is a very generic shot. Hold on. So North, he's in Pacific. He looks like a point guard to me. He looks shorter.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go like Pacific
Lakers,
point guards.
Kings.
Gabe Vincent?
Wait, Gabe Vincent?
Yo, if this is 7,
Is this V? No. Okay, we only got 2 more guesses. Okay, it's not in the Pacific. It's not in the Northwest. So that means that they're
But it is a
in
point
the
guard.
Southwest Division.
who's in the Southwest Division?
Oh, wait, Jose Alvarado. This is Jose Alvarado.
Nah. Is it?
Boom! Let's go! Look at that. Oh, Brandon Ingram with the kick out.
Oh, damn.
Yo, that's so generic though. They should have had the shadow of him hiding in the corner stealing the ball.
Yeah. Anyway, this is called jump
That's
shot.
pretty
It's
fun.
actually really fun. You can just basically guess. I literally
I'd
I
rather
could not.
play basketball, but that's pretty fun.
Yeah, for the moments between basketball and watching basketball, playing basketball, potting about basketball, you can play batter up. It's actually really fun. There you go. So I'm gonna stop sharing now.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Yes, we hit the 2-hour mark, so that means the show is over. Big shouts to Vivek Jacob. Big shouts to Alex Wong, Jerome Chang, for myself, Will Liu. You've been listening to the Hello and Welcome podcast, presented by Betway. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later.